you. Take my hand through the flames. I torture you. I'm a slave to your games. I wanna chain you up. I wanna tie you down. I'm just a sucker for pain. I'm a sucker for pain. I got the squad tatted on me from my neck to my ankles. The pressure from the man got us all in rebellion. We gon' go to war, yeah, without failure. Do it for the fam, dog. 10 toes down, dog. Love and the loyalty, that's what we stand for. Alienated by society. All this pressure give me anxiety. Walk slow through the fire. Like who gon' try us? Feeling the world go against us. So we put the world on our shoulders. I torture you. Take my hand through the flame. I torture you. I'm a slave to your games. I wanna chain you up. I wanna tie you down. I'm just a sucker for pain.
I've been at it with my homies, it don't matter, you don't know me. I've been rolling with my team, we the illest on the scene. I've been riding around the city with my squad. I've been riding around the city with my squad. We just posted getting crazy, living like this is so amazing. Hold up, take a step back when we roll up, cause I know what. We've been loyal, we've been fan, we the ones you're trusting. Won't hesitate to go straight to your head like a concussion. I know I've been busting, no discussion for my family. No hesitation through my scope, I see my enemy like what's up, hold up, we finna reload up. Yes, I reload up, I know what up, I know what up.
I torture you. Take my hand through the flame. I torture you. I'm a slave to your games. I wanna chain you up. I wanna tie you down. I'm just a sucker for pain.
Devoted to destruction, a full dosage of detrimental dysfunction. I'm dying slow, but the devil trying to rush me. See, I'm a fool for pain. I'm a dummy, might cut my head off right after I slit my throat. Tongue kiss a shark, got jealous bitches up in the boat, eating peanut butter and jellyfishes on toast. And if I get stung, I get stoked. Might choke like I chewed a chunk of charcoal. Naked in the North Pole, that's why my heart cold, full of sorrow. A lost soul, and only Lord knows when I'm coming to the crossroads. So I don't fear shit but tomorrow. And I'm a sucker for pain, it ain't nothing but pain. You just fucking complain, you ain't tough as you claim. Just stay up in your lane, just don't fuck with Lil Wayne. I'ma jump from my plane or stand in front of a train, cause I'm a sucker for pain.
Used to doing bad, now we feel like we just now getting there. Ain't got no other way, so we started and finished it. No pain, no gain. Never stand down, made our own way. Never going slow, we pick up the pace. This is what we wanted from a young age. No emotion, that's what business is. Lord have mercy on the witnesses.
Take my hand through the flame. I torture you. I'm just a sucker for pain. More pain got me begging, 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 begging for more pain. Got me begging, 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 begging for more pain. Got me begging, 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 begging for more pain.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. When
Joel Wynkoop. It's Joel Wynkoop Show. How's everybody doing out there tonight? My first thing I want to bring up, I want to do this first. There was an old cat named Roy. He was a good old boy. He used to go hunting down by the lake, catch him a nice fresh garter snake, bring him on back, sit in the grass, looking like I had him a green mustache. Yeah, Roy was a good old boy. Doink, doink. A couple of dogs got him. All right, a special shout out to my buddy Ken Anthony II, because I was doing my shout outs last week and I forgot Ken, and I feel terrible. So, Ken Anthony, I've been working with Ken Anthony. I met him actually at a comic book convention. I don't know, he may have known Chris Woods before me, but I introduced myself, and the first thing that Ken said to me at the comic convention was, yeah, I want to be an actor. I'm an artist, but I'd like to do, because he's a very cool artist, does a lot of artwork with his studio, which is called Artistic License. See, damn, I'm good, right? Artistic License. Yeah, see, I know that stuff. Anyway, but Ken was talking to me. He goes, yeah, I really want to do a movie sometime. I said, you want to be in a movie? I'll put you in Survivors of Remick. So he met us at the Ebor at Cuban Club, and I put him in one of my shorts I was doing for John Miller called Survivors of Remick. And then Ken and I, of course, he worked for me there, and then we became really good friends. And then I put him in my television show, Joel D. Wynkoop's The Other Side. Ken played Dom Singh. He was in part 2 and part 10 of The Other Side, so it was very, very cool to have Ken working for me there. Then I put Ken in Slasher Weekend. Ken played a different part than just being like a comic book bad guy to now a really kind of nasty, villainous photographer, sex-crazed bastard walking through the woods. And that was really natural to Ken. He was like, well, that's how I am every day in my real life. And I said, I know. I've been following you around with the video camera, so I know that stuff. Also, I want to give a special shout out to my buddy Warren Madden. If you're listening out there, Warren, I'm talking about you, man, because Warren, I've worked with Warren for years now, but nothing super recently. The most recent I worked with Warren Madden was on something called The Bronze Princess, which was for Always Midnight, which was for Phil Herman out of New York. And that was a crazy little script. I just brought it to Warren. I said, we got a place we can go for location. We went out into this old kind of decrepit, broken down park area and shot this little movie called The Bronze Princess, and shot a lot of it over in Newport Richey. And but also I met Warren when I was up here doing Brain Robbers from Outer Space for Garland Hewlett, who's a good friend of mine. He was the director of Brain Robbers from Outer Space, and the writer also. Conrad Brooks worked for him. If you remember Conrad Brooks from back in the day with Ed Wood, he did a lot of movies like Conrad Brooks versus the Werewolf, and a lot of movies for also my friend David the Rock Nelson. And we talked about him last time. I don't know if that one went on the air because we had a problem. We couldn't get the first 3/4 of the show. We only got the less than a quarter of the show, actually, the live part. But so I don't know if that got mentioned. I think we were right in the middle. I think I'd started out talking about Kathy, and I missed her name. But I was all talking about her and all the flicks that she has done. But Warren and I worked on Brain Robbers from Outer Space and also on Janjel 2, The Beast Returns with Conrad Brooks, which is a lot of fun. My buddy Conrad, he passed away, I think, a couple of years ago. I'm looking at my wife to see if she's giving me the okay. A couple of years ago, Conrad Brooks passed away. About 2 years ago, I think, yeah. And but anyway, he worked back in the day with Ed Wood, so that was kind of a cool. We'd be at McDonald's, and he would stop people, and he goes, "Shake the hand that shook the hand to Bela Lugosi." It was really funny. A fun guy to be with. All right, we're coming up with the show tonight. We're gonna have on. Didn't have a guest last week. I was just giving shout outs and just kind of a little basis, a little origin of the stuff I've done. But we got on tonight Steve Balowitz, who did. Let's see. It's my producer will tell me. How you doing tonight, Bull?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Is it King James?
King James, yes.
Yeah, because there's another movie called King Charles, and I keep getting them mixed up. It's King James. So Steve's going to come on. He's going to come on with us and talk to us about King James. He's got a movie premiere coming up, and I'm going to let him fill you in on that.
All right.
We're going to bring him up next and a little later at 9 o'clock. And Ken Anthony is in it, too. He plays an ant on the floor. Are you both of what? In King James and King Charles with Nick Naylor and Rod Grant. Yeah, so we got a triple threat going because then we're going to talk to Nick Naylor around 9 and probably Rod, and I think Mike's going to join Steve, I think. So after this break, are we going to do a break?
Nick Taylor is from The Connection, right?
Nick Naylor from The Connection.
Nick Naylor.
Nick Naylor. Nail the nail to your head.
Gotcha.
Got to nail it in there.
All right.
So it sticks. You nail it in through your head, it hits your brain, and then your brain, because some people can get hit in a traffic accident, and your brain bounces around in your skull. But if you nail it into your head, it won't move if you get in a car accident.
Right. You just came up with it on your own?
I did.
Okay.
Because I can think of things like if you ever see your shadow on the ground, try and run away from it. It'll always catch you. You'll never get.
What are you trying to say? I can't think of things on my own.
No, not like this. Did you ever think about trying to get away from your shadow? Have you ever been walking and see your shadow on the who's that? It's a shadow, run! And you run and it chases you for miles. It never stops until the sun gets above your head.
Did
then
you
it
have
might
a
vanish.
nice life when you were a kid?
I see all the drugs you're taking, so don't ask me about my life as a kid. All those pills spilled all over there.
Yeah, it's tough to keep you in line.
It is,
yeah,
but tougher to keep you in line.
No, trust me, I got it.
I'm gonna go find me a hammer is what I had, and a nail. And I know somebody that said, "This is the gray nail. This is the silver nail." My wife knows what I'm talking about. So what should we do? You want to take a break? What are we gonna do?
Whatever you want to do. It's your show.
Let's take a break and then let's come back with Steve Balowitz from King Charles, which Ken Anthony, who is he's doing our soundboard and stuff. Not the soundboard, he's doing the bumpers.
He was doing the liners. We call them liners.
Liners. Yeah.
Liners.
He's doing a line of something, all right. Anyway, yeah.
All right. So you want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break, and we're going to come back with Steve Balowitz from King James.
Only on
the Joel Wynkoop Show, which is on Bulls Radio Lounge.
There
Don't
you
give me
go.
that look. I'll punch you so fucking hard, I'll knock you into next week.
Baby, why you? If it ain't nobody, show 'em in the lab. You know the studio couch, all yours, right? And after that, we push off the top and take the night. Take the night. Take a seat back, let me take a flight. Step in the sound of the night. I ain't got long, so let's make it right. Baby, take advantage of every moment we own it. Keep the phones at home, 'cause it's on jam. And I hope I'm right. This that song that I hope you like. This that song that I hope you can move to. It's not just so much of me.
I take that back. I take it back.
I know you can play that shit, but they ain't that fucking serious. But I'm saying on the fucking 4th grade in NBA Jam is you know what NBA Jam was a shit. You played in arcades. The shit.
You had it in the house,
yeah. It was constantly. I'm on fucking fire all goddamn day in this bitch.
Dude, we would skip school, man.
For Nicole's sake, she was in Like Animators, so she's done a lot of stuff too. And these are people like I like to to say something out to that they've worked really hard. They know their craft and they do a good job. And I like to be able to. Hey, Steve. How's it going? We got Steve Balowitz on the phone. He is premiering his movie. I'm going to let him tell you about it. It's called King James, and Ken Anthony II is actually in it. Steve, are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear us? I'm here with Mike now, the other director of the film.
Yeah, cool. Hey, Mike. How you doing?
What's going on? How's it going, Joel?
Good. How are you guys tonight?
Oh, yeah. We're kicking ace. Doing really good.
Cool, man. Hey, before we get into the movie premiere, tell us about some of your earlier stuff. Like you had at Tampa Bay Screams. I think, Steve, I first met you there. Was that like 3 years ago? Am I right?
Yeah, we've been there every year since it started, and I think I talk to you every year. But yeah, it's the first time we ever met.
Yeah.
Yes, Tampa Bay Screams was when we first crossed paths.
Yeah, tell us about your.
Been aware of you.
Yeah, tell us about some of your first movie. Tell us about that, how that got started, and because you've done that, and then you did another one, and then you did Lefty Lucy, and I think you had a couple between then, and now you got King James.
Yes, in 2011, well, a little bit before that, we became friends through the Movie Stop company, RIP, and we decided to get together and make a film. It ended up turning out a full length. That was Rock Bottom Creek.
Yeah, Rock Bottom Creek.
2012. We followed that up. We got a lot of success with that and ended up meeting a lot of the other local people on the scene, like Chris Leto. He was a huge assist in helping us after that point.
Cool.
And we made a short called Creek County to follow up on Rock Bottom Creek to create a universe. Then we debuted Creekers at Tampa Bay Screams. That's where we met you.
That's right, Creekers. I remember that.
In 2017.
Yep.
We debuted that against Death Escort Service, and we did surprisingly well for a turnout at the Tampa Bay Screams.
Oh,
From there, we made Lefty Lucy with Kelly Helen Thompson.
Yep.
And we've actually won a lot of awards, and that put us up with a lot of the people that we brought over to do our recent feature, King James, which is going to premiere July 13th at the Bellagio.
Yeah, now that's cool. That's why I think when I first called you and I said, hey, I want to get an interview with the guys, it was a cool way to publicize this. You can talk about, and the Bellagio has been so cool to all independent filmmakers. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but before Bellagio was doing it, it was Wayne Valenti at the Tampa Picture Show. We had a lot of stuff with Wayne at the Tampa Picture Show, and then, of course, he closed that. It didn't help that you had to, do all that conversion from the projector to the, the file stuff. And but anyway, Wayne was there for a good since 1981. I was there the day he opened, and I was there the day he closed. And then a lot of filmmakers are going to the Bellagio now.
Yeah, so we debuted Creek County when it was the picture show. In 2015, we debuted it there. We were always going out of Ybor City. We followed with Chris Lito's formula, where he was putting movies out of the Movie Co. at the time.
Yep, we had, I think, Show played there at one time, too. Yeah, at the Movie Co. in Ybor. Yeah, and Chris Lito is another, the people that don't know it, is a filmmaker. He did Rough Cut, and help me with a couple other names.
Oh, yeah. The Housewife Slasher.
Yeah, Housewife Slasher. A buddy of mine, Anthony Wayne's in that.
And he's doing that new one with Sean, too. Crazy Lake, he did with Jason Henney, I believe his name is.
Oh, that's right. I remember seeing that on TV. They did a story on that. I believe that was it.
Yes. And he was recently doing some found footage haunted house thing. I saw the casting for that with Sean Donahue recently online.
I think it's called Room for Rent. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's a lost footage movie.
Evil Residents.
Yeah, Evil. Yeah.
Dead Residents.
Dead Residents. Yeah, that's it. That's another thing. That's another guy that's around town is Sean Donahue. He has a production company, Gator Blade Films. He's always releasing stuff. He's released my movie, The Paranormal Club, and Sleazebox with Chris Woods. But it's like we have a big. I don't know, sometimes I don't want to say filming community because really nobody shoots on film anymore. It's too damn expensive. Everybody shoots on digital, or video. And but yeah, so you guys, I mean, we all kind of start out the same. We find our actors and we put it. Now, how did you guys start out with right at the beginning, just kind of like everybody else? You kind of look out for an actor and you get a story idea, and then you kind of go from there.
Well, you brought up Community a moment ago, and Community is huge to us because we always promote the Solace family. We borrow from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre motto and their model as well. We started. If this is a community, we're kind of the gorillas off in the woods. We find people, chop them up, and put them in the chili that we serve in these films.
Cool.
That's why we massacre, and that's what we do. And our chili's getting better with the better actors we find and get to work with. We're fortunate in that sense, but that's how we've been growing. We started as friends. Me and my cousin were wrestling and doing music on the Polk County scene and Florida scene. Steve was making films. That's how we crossed paths. So it's all storytelling driven.
Cool.
Our storytelling friends just get together and start making it, and people start looking, and here we are revving the saw 7-8 years later.
And I love your logo. You have the Wee Massacre. That's like, I think it's a buzzsaw zipping through some stuff. It's just really cool.
Yeah, it's the chainsaw cutting through the Wee Massacre.
Yeah, the chainsaw. That's awesome.
Saws, including hand saws as well.
Very inspired by like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the old school horror films. Kind of went. That's what like you said, the Solace family is kind of our logo.
Yeah.
Where you like when you're on our sets and stuff like this, we're like one big family.
Awesome.
We're all doing a job and all, but we kind of like want to keep it really just chill in a family.
Platoon style.
Yeah.
Well, now I know you did in Lefty Lucy. I thought it was cool because you're talking about building the world. It's kind of like MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe does it on with Flash and Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow and all those shows.
Lord of the Rings.
Well, I'm not much of a Lord of the Rings fan, but yes, you could say that. But I don't follow it enough to like if you had a discussion with me, I'd be like, oh, well, who's Frodo? What the hell are you talking about? But I might be able to lose you in a couple of my worlds. Do you watch Supernatural?
Yes, I'm familiar with the first 7 seasons.
Oh, 7?
I guess.
Okay.
Well,
I'll let you catch up.
I remember about 5 deep.
Okay. Well, there you go. So there's my knowledge of Lord of the Rings and Supernatural. Lord of the Rings, yeah. Because I remember taking my kids to that, one of them, and I looked for my son Jimmy. I go, why are you down there on the floor? Dad, I'm scared. And the trolls were scaring the hell out of him. But, yeah, so those things. But in Lefty Lucy, you had your character from...
Sheriff Ringo.
Yeah, Sheriff Ringo Anderson from...
Yes. Rock Bottom Creek.
Rock Bottom Creek, and he shows up in Lefty Lucy pulling, I think, Kelly Helen Thompson over for... Well, it's supposed to be like Ubering, and he pulls it, and you say, just stay out of... I think you stay out of Rock Bottom Creek County. Yeah. And that's cool when you hear your independence. I do that with a lot of my movies, too. I like to cross them over. I had my television show, The Other Side. I had those characters cross over with one of my movies called The Bite. And then,
nice.
What's that?
Oh, we said nice. Hell yeah.
It's just neat to be able to take your two worlds and cross them over. It's like the first issue where they crossed over was Spider-Man and Superman. It was awesome to see those two worlds, DC and Marvel Comics, intersect.
Right.
You know, you'd think you're never going to see that because Marvel's over there, DC's there. They're completely alienated from each other. But for this, they were brought together, and, these two universes have come together.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was rad. I think that was in the 90s. They had, like, Batman and Captain America fought for almost a day before, and, like, it went all over the place. Superman beat the Hulk.
Yeah. Yes. The Hulk actually hit Superman, knocked him into orbit, and then Superman came back, landed back on the ground, planted his feet there, and the Hulk hit him again, and Hulk was like, "Why, Red Man, not go nowhere?" And Superman said, "Because Hulk, I was ready for it. Nothing on this earth can move me once I'm ready for it." And they had Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman fought Spidey, I think. And Spider-Man didn't even want to fight her. He was like, "Hey, you're hot. Can't we just be friends? Can't we go to a date instead?" But anyway, enough of Marvel Comics. Let's get back to you guys. We're going to save Marvel Comics for another day. I just thought it was cool because you done what Tim and I have done in our movies too, where we cross our two worlds over. And in Lefty Lucy, I just thought that was so cool because you guys had done that.
Yeah, and King James has a couple references to our other films too, which is really cool. You kind of got to catch them, but they're there.
Kevin Smith does that a lot too with the Clerk stuff. So we kind of, if you think of it like that, like Silent Bob pops up in different things.
Yeah, Silent Bob and Jay. Now that is one I love that because that's their characters from Clerks, and they've done all the Chasing Amy, and they pop up in there, and Mallrats they pop up in there, and of course the Jay and Silent Bob. And now Kevin Smith is doing the new one, which ought to be really cool. I think it was just on Facebook today. I was looking at it. He's got his daughter doing some voiceover work, so that was kind of cool to see. Yeah, right. And can over that character from Batman? I'm going to name my daughter Harley Quinn. Well, then I can name my son Batman. Well, tell us a little bit about King James and the premiere coming up, and just tell us all about it and what's going on, so people can hear what it's about and everything.
Well, we had a first review from John Miller. You mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
Shout out to John. We see him as a peer filmmaker and respect his opinion, so we sent it to him. And it's a crime drama. It starts out crime drama, and then it slowly unfolds and takes a lot of twists and turns. We try to keep a little bit of our dark humor in it, but it's might not be as funny as a lot of our other things. How that was praised as being tongue-in-cheek humor and comedy. This doesn't really have that. We kind of went all out. We got an all-star cast, and I really think we put it balls to the wall and made a Super Bowl run with this film.
Well,
put it in any other way.
It can't be all-star with somebody like Ken Anthony, can it?
Well, from working with him on Lefty Lucy, we saw him as a heavy hitter, and we kind of built the film around him.
Yeah, he's kind of soft.
I had him in
punched
mind
him.
when we were writing this script. We automatically had him in mind.
Same with Pete Gerard.
Pete's awesome.
Like we worked with him on Lucy. He's a badass. I found out he was a judo player. I also want to talk to you about martial arts because I saw your nunchuck skills and some stuff Steve showed me.
Oh, you
did?
did?
Very impressive.
Awesome. Yeah, that was days when I was much faster. Now I'm older.
I found out Steve was a judo player, so we had to work that into the film. And I had him throwing me around, man. Like he's such a smooth dude.
Awesome.
We got a horror author, Mike Spinelli. He plays a big role in this film too, and he's a writer in and of his own. He helped, really craft the character and bring it to life in ways that we don't necessarily write towards it. We're both storytellers, but he writes books and we make films. So, who am I leaving out, Steve? My cousin, the Ace, he's a natural front man, so we like to pair him up with Ken.
Cool.
Mick is like our Ric Flair. And
okay.
Ken is like, like the North, the guy would be from the WWE coming in and wrestling our Ric Flair, and we got a hell of a main event between my cousin, the Ace, and Ken Anthony.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we also had Seb in there, which was a blessing. That was amazing.
We lost by last minute. It kind of sucked, but man, God himself opened up the heavens and gave us a Canadian, and he filled the role perfectly. He was a counter to Kai Hornick, who is our liege. He's working with us since Freakers. We picked him up from the movie Stout days. He's a brother to us. He made Mr. E. He's working on some other things, so he was a perfect mirror to Seth Godin.
We became really good friends, and it's been
Dustin Hubbard.
Yeah, Dustin Hubbard, man. It's been a pleasure knowing him and working with him a lot. He's a really great dude.
Kelly for kind of putting us up with all of y'all. I mean,
now how long?
Yeah, Kelly introduced. You can go ahead.
I was just gonna say, how long have you been working with Dustin?
Well, we met Dustin the same time we met you during that first Tampa Bay Screams.
That was where you met him? Okay.
Yeah, he had the table next to us, and we kind of just like hit it off, man, and just became like really good friends. We kind of knew going in that, you know, some of the names we'd seen it, so we gave them shout outs unknowing who some people were to try to do a commercial for Tampa Bay Screams on our own to get our fans out there. Our fans aren't really social media hounds, but some of them go there to see if we do videos or whatnot.
Cool.
And so we did a Tampa Bay Screams commercial and shout out at Dustin on it. And then we've been thick as thieves with him. Steve's been working tight with him for the last few years now. They developed a great relationship because of the network and at Tampa Bay Screams.
Oh, see, that's cool. And the neat thing about, to give Sean a little plug here, Tampa Bay Screams, it's right here. It's right here local. It's right here in Tampa. You don't got to go to Orlando or Sarasota or Daytona. You can come right here. And this one, Tampa Bay Screams, is going to be August 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and it's going to be at the Hilton. No, the Ramada. I always say the damn. I always say the Hilton. What's with the Hilton? I guess I'm thinking of Paris Hilton. I don't know. She's a demon. Well, I was on an episode of this is my wife will be like squirrel because I just get distracted. But in an episode of Supernatural, Dean said to Sam, Paris Hilton kicked your ass because she was possessed by a demon or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so I think of the Hilton. Yes, it's at the Ramada. Going to be 3 days.
Like a House of Wax reference.
Yeah. That was awesome. Nice. Dude, Paris Hilton just kicked your ass. Yeah, man, cool. Well, so it's going to be at the Bellagio, and it's going to be, you said, kind of a crime, I guess crime, you're saying crime drama?
Crime drama / horror. Think of like From Dusk Till Dawn kind of deal. Yeah, so it's on Precinct 13, you know, then it hits some Prince of Darkness type, you know, vibe. John Carpenter's a huge influence on kind of the way we like things to unfold.
Oh, that's awesome. John Carpenter, yeah. And it's 2 hours.
No, the event, we're going to have vendors. We're going to have trailers for your movie, Sean Donahue's movies, Chris Wood's movies, like Family Snapshot with 8.
Chosen One.
The Chosen One.
Cool.
And Bob Glazier.
Yep.
We have a lot of trailers lined up.
Cool.
We got vendors. The author's going to be there with his books. Slinky Gallo's going to be there with his art. And then our movie's about an hour. We're trying to keep, you know, because we know we're independent. And we're not trying to keep people there overnight.
Yeah.
You know, but we got a really fun movie. It's there to entertain and send you out into the lobby afterwards to have fun and keep mixing it up. You know, it's like a mini Tampa Bay Screams, if you would.
Oh, that's
what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Well, see, I didn't know.
They're going really fast too. So I think we got 15 tickets left. Yeah. Lucy sold out really quick last year, and this one's selling out even quicker. So I mean, it's the BellagioCinema.com.
Yeah, I was gonna swing by there because I know there's like I want to say like 8 to 10 seats maybe. I could be wrong. Left.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I think I can just swing by the box office.
Man.
What's that?
I'd love to have you there.
Oh, definitely,
really
definitely.
Awesome.
And it's July 13th, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
the
cool.
Event starts if you get there before 7, obviously, because this is an independent event.
Yeah.
So it is a great networking opportunity for a lot of people to come out and taste, you know, what makes us a community.
Well,
Even if we are the ones serving the chili tonight.
Well, that's what I want to let people know too. That it's not just now that you said it's not just a movie plan, but you got a whole thing going on with you know, guests coming in, and you got the guy, you know, maybe signing, meet and greet kind of thing going on. Like just like you said, like a Tampa Bay Screams, where you got somebody selling movies and such like that. So it's not just a movie. You got a bunch of stuff going on in the lobby before the movie happens.
Oh yeah, and then we got all the trailers playing to support all the other great talent, filmmakers, directors, actors, and all. Yeah, that's why we're putting so many trailers in the front, because you know that night's not all about us, man. It's about everybody who's doing this in Tampa. Yeah. Speaking of which, it's not being all about us. It's like my cousin the Ace, his band Burial at Sea, his drummer Mike Bonacore did a lot of our score work with this movie. So if you would like that, he'll be there, and you could network with him about some score work, you know.
Oh,
or
that's
if
cool.
somebody's a huge fan of you and you're there, they might come up and say, "What's up?" You know, I want to say what's up. You know, we've only met briefly in person, but you know, I look forward to that.
My only fan is it's you plug it into the wall and it's got high and low speed on it. That's my fan.
Right.
And what is the price of the event, Steve and Mike?
The Bellagio's charging $13 for that.
Okay.
We normally make that back up to the fans with our extremely low prices on what we offer things. This is in their hands as far as that goes.
Yeah.
So, but that's the price of the event.
Well, like I said, I went on that online, and I couldn't get the ticket, but I could see all and it might have been something with my computer, but I could see all the seats filled except for about 10. So you've really pretty much sold that thing out. And I know Lefty Lucy, you sold out. It was completely sold out for Lefty Lucy, but this is heading the same way. So, people are out there. They want to see it, and that's the thing. Here, I got this movie. I want to show it, and, we got, like, when you first started, I think, what was it, like 3-4 months out when you first started it? When you first started advertising it?
Oh, a month ago.
Oh, a month ago. Okay,
We have a pretty hardcore fan base that's not internet savvy, so it takes them a while to get word, but once they get word, it fills in. That's why we used to love going to the Ybor movie show, because we could fill that place up every time.
Yeah, cool.
And then Real Terror Film Festival back then would handle our overflow if they played the same night. So and like I said, that was a great networking thing, because then we met Chris Woods and Sean and Chris Leno.
Yeah.
And this is that too, so.
So now tell me, so you kind of told me, but just for the hell of it here, how did Ken Anthony do? Was he like demanding stuff like, I want, fruit chips and I want bottles of water and I want green M&Ms and stuff like that? Or was he just like really cool?
Man, he was a dream to work with. He was extremely
awesome.
Cordial, man. He was like, if as a director, it's like if he's not needed, he was the ghost. You wouldn't even know it, that he was around. And it's like, and then when he's needed, he's there. I couldn't say more about him as a professional.
Awesome.
Everything he delivered, the way Steve started the story, and when we were talking about it, when Steve and I would meet up and talk about it, it's like everything was this guy. We worked with him on Lucy, and it's like he couldn't have been more heaven sent. Pardon the pun. The man King James.
Cool. He's learned a lot over the years, because I remember another martial arts guy picking a fight with me, and I'm not going to back down to the guy. And I'm thinking, but when it all ended, Ken comes walking in at the end of it all, and I go, "Where the hell were you?" So I'm glad. Ken's a good guy. I had him in. We did a scene in The Other Side, and it was the second episode, The Abandoned Land. And I go, okay, Ken, we're going to do a scene where Anthony and I surround you. And Ken's like this superhuman guy. And I said, we're gonna surround you, and I'm going to kick you in the chest. So I'm going to kick you, okay? And so we got to plan this. He goes, no, Joel, just go ahead and kick me. I go, no, Ken, I don't want to kick you, man. He goes, no, kick me. I can take it. Don't worry about it. And I go, Ken, I don't want to kick you. I got a powerful kick, and I might knock you on your ass, and you'll get hurt, and then you'll sue me, and we'll fake it. No, Joel, go ahead and kick me. All right, mother, I'm going to go ahead and kick you. So I kicked him, and the guy doesn't even budge. It throws me backwards. I land on my back with like this tree stump coming up out of the ground. I'm surprised I didn't get paralyzed that day. And then Ken's looking at me like, you all right? So what a great guy to work with. What about Pete? Because I've worked on a couple things with Pete. I worked with Seb Godin and Dustin Hubbard on J versus A. They told me not to say the names. J versus H or H versus J. Damn, it's Jekyll and Hyde. Anyway.
JV8. Yeah, JV8.
Oh, he can line up and whoop my ass if he wants to. It's not like nobody can figure that out. Oh, what is it? The guy's crazy. Anyway, Pete was in that as a cop. I thought he did an awesome job in that.
I couldn't say enough great things about Pete. We were working with him. We was from Lefty Lucy at first, and he came right up to us. We had the last copy at Creek County. Hooked him up with it, man. Like, that dude is he's a rock if he's in your back pocket. I call him Cephas because he is the rock to me, man. Like, I talk to him almost every day.
That's awesome.
He's really the Solace family. Like, he's like a right-hand man to us now. We talk to him all the time. Working with him was fabulous. Like when I found out he was a martial artist, he bumped his ass off and Lefty Lucy. Took a bump on the concrete, and King James, he tossed me around. So, he's definitely a face for the camera, and I'd say he would be the MVP, of King James if this was the Super Bowl roster, like I was saying earlier.
Oh, cool. Well, I know he's excited about it because he's always he's like the number one promoter for it. I mean, it's promoting himself, of course, and as an actor, you gotta promote yourself.
Great.
But promoting you guys too but the both of y'all's by he's getting on there. He's going, get your tickets. He goes, hey, it's me, it's Pete, and the movie's coming out. You guys got to check it out. It's cool, and that's the whole idea is you got to promote your stuff. If you don't. The bigger guys go on the big talk shows. I'm an old guy, so I always say Johnny Carson. You young guys probably don't even know what the hell Johnny Carson is. But my day, yeah, my day was all Johnny Carson. I say that today, though. I say, yeah, like Johnny Carson. They're like, dude, how old are you, Johnny Carson? What are you talking about? But that's I grew up with.
Man. We're completely old school, man. So we're all about Johnny Carson.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I used to have. People would say, like, you go on there and you talk about your movie like you're something special. Well, if I don't talk about it, how the hell is anybody going to know about it? You got to talk about it.
Like we said, we got kind of a hardcore base here in Hillsborough County and Polk County because of guerrilla flyering and stuff like that. The Internet, we don't know how to work it like that. It's like Facebook 101, John Gaston, and Slinky, and Pop-Tart. They've been kind of a beacon for us on the Internet as far as interviews go. And this, like, man, when we found out we were going to do this, it was like, dang, dude, like Wayne and Garth,
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent party time. What have you guys got anything planned for, like, the future now that once this is, I know it's kind of like this is coming out now, but the gears are already rolling for the next thing. So have you got something else that you guys are talking about or they're kicking around thinking about what you're going to do next?
Well, we've got our 5-year plans and our 10-year plans, with Saw. We're also creatively, we're all DIY. We're learning all this as we go, and so that takes its time. But we've got a few things lined up. We're writing 2 scripts now. One may or may not be a sequel to what we're putting out at the time.
Cool.
And the other is not a sequel to this, but it's it's all linked. But that's what we're working on creatively. Helping everybody else promote their thing, doing these conventions that are coming up, and promoting ourselves as a business, and also continuing on our path as we massacre not only filmmakers and storytellers, but our legacy.
See, that's cool. It's cool that you know what you're doing and what your plans are, because I don't even know what I'm going to have breakfast for tomorrow morning. I don't know. And you guys got a plan with what you're going to do. So that's awesome to be able to. Is there anything you'd like to say to any of your cast and crew that might, hopefully people are tuning. I don't know. Are we getting anything on there? My producer?
Oh, yeah. We were getting, we have 5 views. I went up to 6 here shortly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you got people listening.
Okay.
And watching.
Does anybody have any questions for Steve?
No.
Yeah.
If anybody has.
Can I tell the cast I love them? Shout out to my mom. It's her birthday. I love you, Mom.
Oh, it's her birthday? Wait,
yeah,
let me. What's your mom's name?
Linda.
Linda?
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Linda. Happy birthday to you. Now this is a special birthday from Joel Wynkoop. Happy birthday.
That's awesome. Yeah, I just want to do a shout out to my
Happy
parents.
birthday. There is trouble in the air. Did you just cut me off? Did you cut my famous
I did.
birthday song
I
off?
did not know you were doing that.
I'm going to take it out of my producer. He's a lot funner to beat
a little
on.
more professional sound.
No, I don't want professional.
No?
I want Joel Damn D. Wynkoop. That's what the D and the D stands for in Joel Wynkoop is damn.
We'll do it then.
Joel Damn Wynkoop.
Damn it.
But now with that crap on in the background. Happy birthday. This is classic. Happy birthday. There is trouble in the air. Doom and gloom are everywhere. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Professional. I'll give you professional. What is that crap?
Your Wynkoop birthday video.
Yeah.
I get so happy when I see that video on my birthday. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Nice.
I've been doing that for like 8 years, I think.
Nice.
The happy birthday video. Every day I make sure to go on, whether people like it or not. I go on Facebook, and I make sure I do all my if I got 13, 20 people, 4 people, whatever, that have birthdays that day, I always put on there, happy birthday, John or happy birthday Jill, whoever it is, and then attach that video and send it out. And there's people that are like, yeah, I love it. And then other people are like, man, make a new one. Or they're just, I don't hear nothing.
Oh, no, you got to keep doing the same one every time.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what it's all about. Is just you want to entertain, whether you're entertaining with a horror movie, or you're doing a comedy, or you want to bring comedy into a horror, or you want to have that what I always say, like a Monty Python twist in a lot of stuff, or even like Faulty Towers, but then again, there's other ones you just want to keep completely straight, and if you're just going for scary and you don't want to have that comic relief. But it's nice to go anywhere you want, and the way you guys do it, the way I do it, the way Sean does it, the way Chris does it, the way my partner Tim Ritter does it. Nobody's over our shoulders telling us we have to do it a professional way.
Yep.
Looking at my producer, he's got nothing for me. No, but when you're pure Hollywood, and I'm not bashing Hollywood, neither you guys. We'd love to have their paychecks, but if you guys are trying to shoot something like Lefty Lucy or King James, and then you got a money guy right behind you, the money guy is going, nah, I want you guys to change that. Instead of that guy in a three-piece suit, we want him to be in a Superman suit with these blue goggles on. And you're like, oh, come on, man.
That's the problem with Hollywood, man. They want it's not the director's movie. It's not your vision when you do a movie for Hollywood.
Yeah, we ran into that briefly, and it's like you can't franchise this. And
yeah. I did when I was going around looking for money for Lost Faith way back in 1988, 87 or 88 when I first had my rendition of the script, and I got a guy who was going to give me $10,000. It was when I lived in Fort Pierce. And he brought me into his office. He sat me down. He goes, okay, we're going to be giving you $10,000 to do this, right? And I go, yeah. He goes, okay, this is what we want you to do. We want the Master, when Steve Nakota's fighting the Master at the end, we want laser beams coming out of his hands and out of his eyes. And I said, no, man, I'm not going to. No, this is supposed to be just kind of a sort of reality, if you can buy into it, that the husband's going to save his wife, sort of based reality. But no, I'm not. And then it was, I don't know, it was like a year later or something, because I was like, oh, laser beams, yeah, right. And then Last Dragon comes out, and I go, oh, maybe they were onto something, because Last Dragon was pretty damn cool, Barry Gordy, with Timac. And he had the old glowing fists going and everything. I'm the Master. Who's the Master? Sure enough. So maybe there was something to save for it. But yeah, if somebody's got money, and they got money behind you, then sometimes they want to step in and they want to kind of make it their movie, and you're like, wait, man, this isn't this. It's like if you watch Johnny Depp in the movie Ed Wood, he goes, what does he say? What does Johnny Depp says? These somethings are driving me crazy. These not Christians, but I can't remember now. But okay,
I remember something.
They're cool.
It was the church that was putting up the money. I forget what their religion was, but Johnny Depp says, he goes, they're driving me crazy, because they were like, okay, Eddie Wood had said, who's this now? And they go, that's our choir director. We think he'd be good for the airplane pilot. And he goes, no, this is my movie. And they're like, we thought it was a joint effort. It's our money. No, you guys are driving me crazy. So there's a thing to say about that. Yeah, it's nice to have the money, but if someone starts telling you, like, hey, Mike, come here a minute. I want to put a tail on that person. And Steve, come here. We would like your actor to fly through the scene. And you're like, nah, man, that ain't happening. Well, we'll take our money and go elsewhere. See ya. And then you make that decision.
Yeah.
You want to do it your way, or you just want the money?
You can't serve this and money, man. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I was told a long time ago not to do this for the money. I was told that by the Crippler by way of MVP. You can't do this for the money, and it's the truth. And it's interesting you brought up parallel thinking with movies and the lasers in the eyes, because Lefty Lucy came out last year, and apparently I think
Stuber?
kind of cool. Dave Bautista was Stuber.
Yeah, that
you know
and
that
when I first saw that poster, I go, that's going to be dumb. And then my wife and I both saw it, because I don't know, we were seeing something there at the theater, something. What were we seeing? What? Oh, Dark Phoenix, yeah, the X-Men movie. And I saw that, and I go, nah, I don't know. Got in there, and that looks so damn funny. That just looks really
that's
funny.
what everyone's saying, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I want to see where the Uber driver genre goes, because I as far as I know, it's not a big movie genre yet. And, Kelly's movie with us is out there, and now Stuber's out there, so I want to see where it goes.
Well, I don't know if you ever knew this, because I don't know if Kelly ever told you this, but when Kelly, she first approached me to do this, and she goes, hey, Joel, I want to do a movie, and I want to do it about Ubering, because that's what I do. And I told her right away, I go, Kelly, jump on this, because nobody's done this yet. And she's like, okay, cool. And we talked about it. And we were, Kelly and I were going to work on it. And then she told me she had met up with you guys. And I said, that's cool. But I said, run with it because nobody's doing that. And the first time I did see it was after you guys had already went in production when Denzel Washington came out with his movie, Part 2. What is it?
Equalizer? What are you talking?
Yeah, Equalizer 2. And,
nice.
And, and then he was an Uber, and I go, oh, that's kind of like Kelly's and what you guys are doing. But then definitely with the Stuber, you're one up on that. And I don't care what you tell me. A lot of times, big-time Hollywood will see an independent movie, and they'll jump on it, and they will make that movie. They'll just make it with a lot more money.
Well, Kelly put it out there a lot, and it got a lot of attention. But,
absolutely.
Who knows, man? It's just parallel thinking,
Yeah.
Martial arts is like that. You'll get an arm bar in two different arts. And it's like, well, who invented this arm bar? And it's like, well, who cares? It works.
Yeah. Yeah, don't spend your time fighting about it when you could just be fighting each other.
Yeah.
Well, hey, guys.
He brings a lot of stuff to this area.
Yeah.
Big Dave.
Before we because I'm gonna get a call here from Nick Naylor. We're gonna talk. That's a movie I'm working on called The Connection. Bay News 9 just did a kind of a little story on it the other morning. But before I go, I know you gave a shout out to the casting crew. Anything else you want to tell us about it? Go ahead and completely plug King James, the Villaggio. When you guys are gonna be there? Tell me what's going on. Just tell me everything about it. This is your chance to get it all out there.
Yeah, Villaggio, July 13th. The event will start around 5:30. We're going to have vendor tables by Slinky's Art. Mike Spinelli, who wrote 3 books, is going to be there selling his books and stuff. We're going to play a whole bunch of trailers before the movie. King James, meet the cast and crew, everybody there. Network all the local celebrities that come out to these events too. It is the Bellagio, so it's not just some like a Brandon Twin Theater where you just come in with popcorn. It's a really decent theater as far as going in and having a good time. So go on out to that. It's BellagioCinemas.com. The tickets are running out. If we sell out, come out and see something else and kick it with the crowd. Don't stay home because you can't see King James. There'll be other chances. But, come out and meet everybody and then mix it up. We're going to be standing on the sidelines in the theater, so you're welcome to come in and stand there with us, hang out. Just because all the seats are gone, you can still somehow come in and watch the movie and chill with us.
Yeah, we're all about fellowship anyway, so come on out and mix it up with us, right?
And they don't guard their doors well, so if anything, just sneak in there.
Yeah.
No, they got a big. They have a pit bull there, and it roams the aisles. And if you sneak in, the pit bull bites you. And then you have to be removed because you're being a big whiner. Sure. Hey, there's a girl there. Kathy and I love her. What is her name, baby? What is it? Kayla.
That's it.
I want everybody at your event to take care of Kayla. She is the best. She's a blonde. She's the bartendress there. And Joe's the owner. Joe's very, very cool. Say hi to Joe when you go in there. But take care. We're going to tell everybody right now. If everybody goes to the Villaggio, take care of Kayla because she will take care of you. She's a good gal, and she works very, very hard there.
Okay. But yeah, I'm really excited to see all the cast and crew again. Everybody in this movie was fucking so amazing.
Yeah, some of the people we didn't mention earlier, Don Eugene is making his acting debut, Don Eugene Lattimore.
Yep, I know him. He's been talking to me for a while on Facebook.
Yeah, and he rules.
Cool.
We were fortunate, and he's a natural face for acting, so if people want to look him up, Sasha Simone was an actress we used, and Marina Huffler. She was an actor. I guess that makes me like a Rob Zombie because of that. But
Brie, there was a small part with Brie. I believe you worked with her on Like Animator.
Like Animator, yep. She's awesome.
She was in Mystery, Ty Hornets.
Yeah, all them guys should be there. I think the only one said, he's in Canada, so he's not going to be able to come.
Dang.
But
Carlos,
yeah.
I tell you the funny story with
John Dad.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, just really excited. real quick, I just wanted to give a shout out to my parents, Robert and Natalie. Big supporters, for me
Awesome.
and me and Mike both. But other than that, man, everything looks great.
Well, all right,
Thanks for
guys.
having us on, too.
No,
we really appreciate that.
Hey, you're very welcome. Thank you for taking the time to come on with us. I mean, that's how you want to reach out to be able to tell everybody about the movie. We want to let everybody know, what you're about, what you're doing, what you're up to, especially, at the premiere. So I know it's I'm not even going to say, I hope you have a cool premiere. I know it's going to be cool. I'm going to be there. I just think it's going to be
Definitely be cool then.
Yeah. You're too sweet. But it's really going to be. You guys are awesome. And Steve, I got to work with you on one of them with my wife is in. Kathy's in. What is the name of that movie?
Yeah, The Frightmares.
Is Frightmares? Is that it? Yeah. Because you play. Kathy plays your
Kathy
mom.
Played the mom.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was a great time. Oh man, when I found out when I took that acting job for Dustin, I found out she was going to be the mom. Oh man, that was exciting. Very, very exciting.
Oh,
yeah, I'll
thanks,
vouch,
man.
Bill. Since he's seen the action pack, he's been a huge fan of yours. Like,
Oh,
I'm
thanks,
telling
man.
you, every day at work, it's Joel, action pack.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, guys,
Like your
thanks,
back
man. This has
started
been
everything.
great. This has been great having you guys on, man. You guys have been awesome. I want to say I hope you guys have a great night. I'll see you at the premiere. It will be awesome. It'll be very cool, and it's kind of neat to see your cast again without saying, okay, now you're going to come in and do this line, and he's going to hit you on the head with an egg. You're just going to be there to kind of kick back and go, hey, let's have a beer, and make a fun time out of it.
Oh yeah, we were one big family on set too. So I mean, it was a great couple nights being in that house,
Yeah,
just
Pat-
filming.
Pat and Steve Huffler opened their doors the whole weekend that we were shooting, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without their house. So.
Well, their house sounds a lot nicer than the house we had to work in like Animator because the damn thing was haunted and everybody wanted to go
I
in.
heard all about that now.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to bid you adieu, and I'm also going to say so long. Oh, that's an old one. But
All right,
you
man.
guys
Great.
have a good night. You guys have been awesome. And, of course, I wish all the best to you guys. I'm going to see you then, and we'll be working together on something soon in the future, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, stay decent, Joel.
All right, guys. You take care. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thank you. All right, have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Hey, hang on and listen to our Keep Watching YouTube. We're going to have Nick Naylor up, and he's going to talk about The Connection and also Illusions and some of the other movies he's worked on. So we got a filmmaker night here tonight.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, guys. Take care. Thanks for coming on.
All right.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, everybody, hang on. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be talking with Mr. Nick Naylor and his movie, The Connection. Yeah, we'll be right back on the Joel Wynkoop Show. Here's some cool movie music from the motion picture Lost Faith by Stephen Weitzmiller and Mike Johnson. Listen to it and love it.
take it back.
I know you
played
can play that shit, but it ain't
like,
that fucking serious. But I'm saying on the fucking 4th grade in NBA Jam is you know what NBA Jam was a shit. You played in arcades. The shit.
You had it in the house,
Yeah,
it was constantly.
I'm on fucking fire all goddamn day in this bitch.
Dude, we would skip school, man.
For Nicole's sake, she was in Like Animators, so she's done, a lot of stuff too. And these are people like I like to, to say something out to that they've worked really hard. They know their craft and they do a good job. And I like to be able to.
Bulls Radio Lounge. That is the YouTube channel you can look for on youtube.com for all your show needs, which is Bulls Radio Lounge. I said it twice. Your music has got me all screwed up. I'm sorry. I know you like it, but it just sort of threw me off base. I'm sort of more used to that. Let's do it this way.
Like you want some cowboy crap.
No, I don't want no cowboy crap. I just want
lost my
something.
wife from a mule.
Let me try this.
And I cry in my beer.
Let me show you how real radio people do this.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
Let me try to find a good track.
Real radio people.
Real.
Yes. Real radio. What?
Huh?
What? Oh, this is okay.
Bulls Radio Lounge, only on youtube.com.
Yeah.
Just search The Bull and the Bartender Show or The Joel Wynkoop Show. And you'll find Joel on Friday nights.
8 o'clock.
From 8 o'clock to 10, right?
Yeah.
And The Bull and the Bartender Show will be from 7:30 till whenever we get done. Because we usually drink a lot and just sort of talk a bunch of shit.
And
Bulls Radio Lounge, only on youtube.com. and another show in development as well. It's going to be, I'm going to call it the Bullshitter Show.
Bullshitter?
Bullshitters.
You're going to swear?
Yeah.
You're going to say shit on the radio?
Shit on it? Well, it's not
you shouldn't
really
say
radio.
shit. That's
Shouldn't
like
say
swearing.
shit.
You shouldn't say shit. Don't say shit again.
Sorry. My bad.
No shitting.
Is this a G-rated show for you?
This is G-rated, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to check out the man, the myth, the legend as well. He actually saved this show. He actually saved it by putting a new system on here that works. We're live. I'm trying to pull up his name. I should have his name already. His name is Matt. But I'll have his commercials ready here soon. He saved the show. Single-handedly saved the show.
Thank you, Matt.
With his phenomenal technology experience.
Did he save it like Superman saved the bus?
He did.
Awesome.
He said, bitch, this is not what you need to do. This is what you need to do.
Do you wear a cape, Matt?
He may, like, you know.
You should wear a cape.
Bulls Radio Lounge, only on YouTube.com. And as you can see, we're live with the Joel Wynkoop Show.
This music's kind of cool until that chick was singing. It was almost,
really? Come on.
This was kind of like a Truth and Air thing going for a while there.
Are you serious?
Hey, you know what?
You don't like any of the music that's popular now.
I don't. I'm more like, what do you call the 70s and stuff, and the 80s. Forget the 90s.
Well, because you are from the 70s and 80s.
I am from the 70s. Damn straight. You don't like it?
But you got to get up with the times, buddy.
Whatever.
Nowadays, people are listening to that new music. Now, look, just because I did the intro, we have 7 viewers.
Wow, that's cool. They love that music.
You got to pop.
But now we're not going to sing no more. We're not going to have that song no more.
Oh, you want to sing, huh?
You're going to play it on your show.
Play what on my show?
Whatever that song was.
You don't even know what the shows are?
I don't know what the shows are.
No?
Bulls Ballroom Dancing.
Well,
Bulls
Ballroom Dancing.
Bulls Lounge. Bulls Sexy Lounge.
No, this is
the Sexy Lounge.
No, you're listening to Bulls Radio Lounge.
Bulls Radio Lounge.
Yeah, but the
where
Bull and the Bartender
sexy
show.
Women.
What?
You told me there was going to be sexy women walking through here naked.
You said you didn't want sexy women naked on here.
I don't. My wife will kill me, and your wife.
So
will
why are
kill
you bringing it up?
Because you told me there were going to be naked women walking around in here.
Huh? Anyways, Bulls Radio Lounge, only on YouTube.com.
Our women here.
Now, do you have your next guest?
I have a
ready?
guest. He's been waiting patiently. He's probably like, man, when I see
Is he on the
Joel-
phone now?
Yeah, and I'm one of the stars of his movie, and I'm gonna. Oh, nice job.
Yeah,
Are you drunk?
No, I'm trying to get
Are
you
you
lined
drinking?
up, buddy, because you're like going everywhere.
Yes, we're gonna have Nick Naylor's gonna come on.
Nick Naylor.
But Nick, if you can hang on another doggone
Oh,
second.
you can bring her on now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm gonna.
Are you ready?
I'm gonna do something first.
Oh,
before,
Jesus Christ.
Before there you go, using the Lord's name in vain again. You know, if you walk out and get struck by lightning, and the cops come and say, "What did you do?" I'm gonna say, "I know what happened, and that's what happened." So there. So anyway, Nick is going to be coming on next. He's on hold right now. But first, you know what we're going to do, Bull?
What are we going to do?
We're going to do the Truth or Dare rap live. You ready?
No.
There's a madman coming out of the night, 6'4", and he's out of sight. He's got a blade of steel and a battle mace who wears a copper mask to cover his face. It started back in 85. Hess just a part-time security guy. Strawberry escaped into the night, determined like hell from the Sunnyvale lights. It's many years later, there's trouble again, because the mask is back just the way back when. Dr. Dan Hess, he's on the case, and he'll track that killer to the face-to-face. Good versus evil, the battle is on. Copperface and Dr. Hess are battled it on. Resner, Stanley Quigley makes 3. Now everybody's screaming for sanity. The battle is over. Hess shows no fear, but as crazy killer falls, he sheds deer, because back in Sunnyvale, in a guard of care, is a real mask killed, playing Truth or Dare! Yeah, buddy.
You are an amazing man.
I know
with
it.
amazing talents.
I know it. I just dropped Nick. I just dropped him. He was there.
Oh, you had him on the line.
Now he's gone. I'm going to get him back. Here we go.
Do you need a minute?
We're bringing him. No.
To recollect yourself?
No. 10 seconds.
Is
9,
he on the phone?
8, 7.
Oh,
He's coming.
dialing.
5, 4. I had to dial him back because our technology failed.
Joel.
Nick Naylor.
Joel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Are you here? Uh-oh. I don't hear him.
Joel, are you on, sir?
I'm here, Nick. Are you here?
Hello.
I'm here, Bull. He's here.
Joel Wynkoop.
But we can't hear him. I hear you.
He's
I hear
on.
You, Nick.
He's live.
We have technical
Hello.
difficulties. Do you hear me now?
Did you take it off the
No, it's on
speaker
the deal.
button?
It's on the deal. Does it have to be on speaker?
No.
I didn't think so because it wasn't on before.
It's on. I can hear him.
And he's not there now. I got to do it again.
Why don't you call him back?
I'm doing it. I'm just leaving it.
Okay.
He's going to pick it up.
See what
Here we
happens.
go. We're looking for Nick again. Something happened. We lost Nick. No.
Hello?
No matter what happens, Nick, don't hang up.
Joel,
Are
I
you
can't
there?
hear you, man.
Can you? Okay,
I
don't.
can hear you. You can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Don't hang up. Can you hear me now? Why
It's your phone. It's your phone, buddy.
My phone's happy. It's a happy.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't
Why don't you hold it up to your
do-
mouth and see if you can talk to him?
Hi. No, he couldn't hear me. Nick, can you hear me?
We're having live technical
Nick?
difficulties with the phone line. Yeah, I mean, I could try him. Yeah, sure.
727.
Oh, don't give the number
Don't
out.
give his number out.
Jesus Christ.
Man, there you go swearing again.
I cannot, sir. I can hear you through the live stream I'm watching, but I cannot hear you through the phone.
He can hear me through the live
hold
stream,
on,
but
Nick.
not through the
I'm
phone.
going to call you on
This is my producer.
an alternative phone because apparently
He
the
did it
host
on
of the show
purpose. He's-
cannot do two things at one time.
Rod, would you please stick up for me?
So just give me 1 second, buddy. Okay.
He's going to try you back.
Let me see what I
Nick,
can
if
do
you're
here.
if you're listening. He's going to try. He's going to try you on his phone.
It's an 813 number, right?
What?
813 number?
No, 727.
727. All right. Here we go. That. And then we're going to do this.
There, he's doing it.
And we're going to
We're try it again. But it should have worked.
Yeah, if your phone works. You've got
My
a
phone-
you got a 1940s phone.
I like 1940s. Cowboys were popular then. Or was that gangsters?
I don't know what that was. Let's
There
see
it
if we can
goes.
do it now.
Here he goes now. Give me my phone back.
Hello.
Nick, are you there, my friend?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Fantastic. See, my phone works through Joel's old 1940s phone.
My 1940s
So,
phone has held up fine. I
without-
thank you very much.
Without further ado, Nick, here is Joel Wynkoop
Thank you.
on the helm.
Nick, this is my producer, Bull. Tell him hi.
Awesome. Hey, Bull, thanks for having us.
Thank you, my friend.
No, don't thank him. You thank me.
Thank you as well, Joel. It's an honor
No,
to do anything
not
with
as
you.
well. Just thank me. Don't thank him. Say thank you,
no,
Joel.
definitely Bull gets a thank you as well.
No, Bull doesn't get a thank you. He gets an ice cream cone, and that's all he gets.
Man, you never gave me an ice cream cone yet, Joel. What's going on, man?
Saved it for Rod.
We got Rod Grant here as well.
Oh, that's awesome. So right now, all our kidding aside, let's get it all out of us right now. Okay, it's all gone. Now, that kind of sounded like the Flintstones. Remember how, like, Fred Flintstones, when he runs, he goes... Remember?
I don't know if he said that, but
Well, when he bowls.
I don't know if he
winding
did
up-
bowl like that either.
He winds... Yeah, he would wind up at the bowling ball, and it'd go... That's what their feet would do.
I don't know if it go like that.
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones.
You have a guest
They're
on,
the-
by the way.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about him. It's just Nick. He's not really a guest.
Wow, that was harsh.
He's just a dude.
Thanks, Joel. You're fired.
You shot too much crap with me to fire me, mister.
I'll digitally edit the rest of you, sir.
Yeah. Hey, that's what they did with, what's her name? Princess Leia in that last Star Wars thing, the ship that came to the Death Star and stole the plans.
Oh, yeah.
What was that?
No,
What was
you're irreplaceable, man. We could never get rid of you. We couldn't make this movie without you, man. You're doing fantastic.
Oh, you're the man. Well, yeah, let's let everybody know that. This is Nick Naylor. Let's be professional about it. This is Nick Naylor and Rod Grant, and I'm working on their movie, which Nick wrote, called The Connection. But, Nick, give us a little history about, I'll give the Rods the same opportunity. I want to give you guys, I could tell the story, but I want you guys to do it. So, Nick, how did you and I meet, and what have you accomplished from not day one, like after diaper training or anything like that, but get me up to speed with movie making. Tell me a little about that with your movie making, how you met me, into The Connection, and then Rod, I want to get you on here and ask you the same thing, buddy.
Sure. Awesome. So, so I started out as an actor doing theater and improv. Went on, met a bunch of really, really good people throughout my career. Decided I wanted to get into making films, just telling stories. I really just have always loved telling stories and entertaining audiences. So we got together, started making features. Was lucky enough to get the money to do that and be fairly successful at it. So this will be my fourth feature film. The Connection, which will be coming out towards the end of the year, beginning of 2020 is what we're slated for. I believe I met you at a film gathering after I'd seen one of your films. Immediately fell in love with you because you're amazing, and who couldn't? And I said, man, I have to work with this guy. And, we kind of went in and met at different places and different points, and you're just so busy all the time, and I just never had something that I felt was right for the Joel Wynkoop, because it has to be worthy of such an actor. And I mean that sincerely. Until I wrote this film, and I believe I told you once, Joe, we are gonna work together one day. Trust me, it's gonna happen.
You did say that it was at, I think, and I might be wrong. This might have been one of the places, and we might have met before that. But I know it was at, what is that thing downtown, Channelside. And before they stripped it all down, and I guess they built it back up again, my movie Crazed was playing, and your movie.
Film review, I believe.
Oh, TFR. Man, that the Guzos.
Yeah, back in the day, Joel.
Holy moly, man. That's a Captain Marvel reference in case nobody knows that. That is very cool that it goes way back. I think a lot have met at Tampa Film Review. That's something the Guzzo brothers did, Pete and Paul Guzzo, for years, and people would show up with their... What did you bring there that you played with the Guzzos, or were you just there as watching?
I think we were just there supporting and watching. I love going to those events and just supporting local actors and local directors and just talent. So I try to make myself, as known and as out there as possible, so everybody knows that, I support them, they support me. We're a pretty tight community here, so I go to pretty much all those events. Definitely, I was there just to watch and support.
Oh, that's cool. Paul is so much better than us. He has a real job. Paul Guzzo's with the News Tribune, doing stories, getting like $85,000 a year or something, being a big shot. Won't even interview
real
us.
Artist, man.
Why isn't he interviewing me?
You have to be poor and starving, right?
Yeah, I know you do. But no, Paul was the supporter. Him and Pete running that show way back in the day. So
I love those guys, man. They were always great to us, and we did play a couple of little things there throughout the years, and a couple of fun things we've done, and and to get back to the point, writing this for Joel Wynkoop, because I got to get him in this. There's no about it. I'm going to do whatever it takes. He's going to work with me on this film, and I was lucky that you said yes and blessed, or we wouldn't be making this movie, man. I would have thrown it away.
Oh, Nick, I don't think you've thrown it away, but thank you so much. You're quite a guy. But you did say that you were there for Illusions, the premiere, you and Rod's movie Illusions, and I was there for, it was called Fury at the time, but they had to change that because there was a big lawsuit over that because the tank movie Fury,
oh, wow.
There was a big thing about that. So their distributor said, look, we can't go up against these guys doing the Fury movie. They got millions of dollars. We're a little independent thing. We're going to have to change the name. So they gave them some names, and they chose Crazed. And that's why the cover got, changed, the movie name, everything, the graphics, all that.
Wow.
But yeah, and stuff that happens. You go up against the big guys, you're usually going to lose. But yeah, I saw you there, and you said that every time you bump into me, and then you called me up one day, and it actually happened. So I think this is awesome. I'm lucky to be working for you. I said it before I think we shot some behind the scenes stuff there. That was Todd Sheets when he called me up because, Joel, I've been wanting to get you in something, and I wanted you in Bone Hill Road, but I couldn't make it work. But now I want to have you in Clownado. That damn thing's getting so much press, just all over the place. And the same with Jason LaCorey. He was another one that just said, after he met me, he goes, man, I got to get this guy in some movie. So I thank you to all you guys that, I've been lucky enough to work with. And you guys, let me tell you something. These people out there, you want to get somebody to shoot a movie for you or work with you, it's Nick Naylor and Rod Grant. These guys have been great to me. They're great to the crew. Once in a while I see Rod say, get your ass over here. I'll smash you on the backside if you don't get me a Coke. Because he's connected. He needs Coke so bad. And I'm not talking about that kind of Coke. I'm talking about pop the can and drink down the Coke. And then Rod's like, he belches. He walks around going, you better do what I say. And he's like, somebody bring me a napkin. Do it now. He's just throwing his weight around. And speaking of Rod, how you doing, Rod?
Good. Yeah, people are going to believe you. People that don't know me are going to believe you.
Rod is such a gentleman on the set. He's like, good evening, Mr. Wynkoop. Would you like a Coke or some scrambled eggs? And my usual deal is I'd like some Dunkin' Donuts. And he goes, I will go to the Dunkin' Donuts right now, Mr. Wynkoop, and get you some. Rod is a perfect gentleman.
In a British accent. It sounds much more authentic.
Rod, how did well, we're kind of cheating. I'm asking this stuff, but me and you have already talked about it, so we're kind of cheating. But you might have remembered something since. When did our paths first cross?
Oh my gosh! I think you're gonna remember that. We were talking about that the other day on set. I think you remember it better than I do.
Well, I think it was the same thing Nick was saying. I think it was Tampa Film Review.
Yeah, Tampa Film Review.
Yep.
But it was when they were in Ybor.
Yep, at the 1515 on 7th Avenue. 15.
Yeah.
It had a name, 1515 something.
Yeah, Nick goes back that far too. He was going over there then. Yeah.
Yeah, see that's the same thing. And then and I saw you in Rod. I think I first saw you in Gun Highway.
Yeah. Gun Highway. Yeah, I played a prisoner.
Yeah, and then after Gun Highway, I'm not sure, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you do something for Chris Woods where you were the ghost, kind of like a ghost in the machine, which is really cool, and it's also on the release DVD of Make Them Die Sleazy. It's like the 6th story, and you're in that.
Yeah, he did a horror short. I can't remember the name of it right now, but he did a really good job with it. It was shot really well.
Yeah. Because I guess it was something about, it was the haunting of the girl, and she would go to the picture frame, and you were always in that picture frame, and she'd always be like, who is this? And then you started appearing in her apartment, and at the end, spoiler alert, the girl shows up in the frame with you or something like that. But it was all a ghost thing, and it was cool. It was a cool little short.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, it was pretty scary. I didn't want to go to bed after I watched it.
Well, I heard that Chris told me that. He goes, Joel, let me tell you something about Rod. Rod's kind of cool and everything, but what a wimp. I mean, he was like, he's like, I'm scared myself, Chris. I don't want to do this scene. I'm too scared. And Chris was just saying, I just took a belt and I would slap Rod right across the face, and I go, now ship up or shape out, Rod. And then you were like, okay. And then everything was fine.
That's true. He gave me some bourbon.
That bourbon always settles you down.
Yeah, like, putting bourbon on a teething kid. He gave me, I was fine after that.
Then you're okay, yeah. That's how it is on The Connection. You're always walking around drinking. The shot looks good, buddy. Can you do it again?
Oh, man. I hope nobody believes that.
That's for sure for us.
Rod's a perfect
I don't
gentleman.
have alcohol on my sex, man. Insurance doesn't like that.
Yeah, I know. Rod's a perfect gentleman, and he obeys all the traffic laws of Tampa, but not Wisconsin. He's a demon in Wisconsin. But then after you did that with Chris, I think... Oh, I got you... I was shooting we were kind of doing a parody of Star Trek, and I said Rod Grant would make a cool Spock. And we brought you out, and I had your... Huh?
That was fun. I had fun doing that day.
As we doctored your eyebrows, and we put the ears on head. I don't know who the effects... Was it a girl that did the ears, or did we just do it? But somebody, did your ears to be Spock and the eyebrows. And you did a good job. It was cool.
Yeah. Well, you guys brought the makeup. Somebody helped us. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, I know. Somebody was there. But, yeah, that was awesome. We did that. And then I think you and I worked on Mr. Engagement.
Yeah.
And then Dark Comedy with Chris Woods, and then The Connection.
Over the years, yeah.
Tell me, Rod, tell us about, of course we know about Gun Highway and everything, but what got you started into when you just said, man, this is cool, I want to do some acting here? And, Nick, I want to ask you the same thing. How did it all get started for you guys?
Well, honestly, for me, I was a little kid. I was like 9. I was watching a movie. It was a comedy, and I had a profound moment. It was there was something happened that was comedic, and the whole audience laughed. And I actually sat and looked at everybody in the audience laughing, and I thought to myself, "That is cool. Like, I'd like to do that. That would be cool if I could do that someday." So it wasn't until years later, I was 19, that I wanted to start acting, and I started pursuing it.
Cool. And what was it like then? What was it? Was it one of those things that me and you talked about, or was it something else? Thanks.
Was it? I didn't get that. Was it what?
Like what was it? Something that you and I talked about that you started on, or did you start on something else, like maybe a commercial or a play in school?
For me, my very first acting job was a commercial. It was for I can't remember the name of the bank right now, but they were doing a commercial. It was in Texas, and I was a dancer. That was the first thing I did. It was the first thing I booked.
So that's the first thing you did?
Yeah. And then actually my first feature where I actually had a speaking role, supporting role, was with the Guzos. They gave me, in 99, They're the ones that gave me my first speaking break.
That's right, because that had one of the actors that went on to do Fatal. What is that movie called? Not Fatal Attraction. The other one where the roller coaster came off and Final Destination. The Final Destination.
Yeah,
movies.
I know what movie you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of it. It was huge.
Yeah, Final Destination. They made like 5.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Final Destination. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Now, and then you bring us all the way up to Mr. Engagement, because you were pretty much. I know Joe Davison was working on that. I think you wrote it, right?
Yeah, I wrote it. I produced it. Well, I was pursuing a film career, so I got to a point in my career where I was going to need to move back to LA, and I didn't really want to do that because I love where I live and I have family here. So I thought, well, if you're not going to move back, you should start producing. So I just started learning, paying attention on set to all the other people, behind the scene guys and the crew. And The Quiet Place, I got to a point where I was like, okay, well, I'm ready. And
that's right.
David Hurd wanted to shoot a short called The Quiet Place.
I remember that.
And I asked him, I said, do you mind if I produce it? And he goes, no, not at all. And I said, I'll do everything. Just let me run with it. And so that was how I got my feet wet as a producer. And then afterwards, in fact, Nick was in that, cast Nick in that. He was one of the cops. He played a detective in that and did a great job. And because Nick and I met in acting class, that's how we met each other.
Oh, cool.
And after the film, it went so well, I thought, okay, well, making a movie is just this, but bigger and more people and more money.
Yeah.
So I can either spend time making more shorts, or I could jump in and do what I felt like I could do. And so I said, I'm going to jump in and do it. And I love comedy. I'm a big comedy person. I wasn't interested in doing horror like a lot of the producers here were doing, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And so, yeah, that's how I started Mr. Engagement. I said, I'm going to do this. And that's how I jumped into producing that.
I told you, and I remember, no, I don't think I've seen it until Mr. Engagement played. Was that played in Ybor? Or yeah, I think that played in Ybor. At the Centro Ybor, I believe that's where Mr. Engagement played. And I remember telling you that one scene, I can't remember if it was with Krista Grotta or one of the other girls, but you were so funny in that because you made all these expressions and then you passed out. And I said, that's Jerry Lewis. And then that got you and I talking on The Connection about Jerry Lewis, me being a fan of Jerry Lewis, and you also being a fan of Jerry Lewis from back in the day. And a lot of that comedy, same kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a huge Martin and Lewis fan. I think they had a lot of influence on me.
Cool, me too. I told Kathy the day we were leaving the place we were shooting at, Target Printing and Copying, we were doing one of the we were doing the wraparound for Wynkoop Tales, and I was doing this character kind of like I put the Band-Aid in between my glasses and one off to the side. And I was going, hi, I've just come down here. I thought I could sell some of my stories possibly to you, that you would give me money and I'll give you the stories. And you could use these stories perhaps like in a book, or maybe perhaps you'd like to make a movie. And then as I would talk about what I wanted to do, you'd actually see the movie unfold. And the day we left there, I was telling her as I walked out, I said, I hope that was funny, because I felt like, I was trying to do it like, a Jerry Lewis thing. I felt like I'm like channeling Jerry Lewis. And she goes on her phone as we're leaving, and not for any other reason than just to check what's going on or whatever. And she goes, baby, Jerry Lewis just died. And I was like, oh man. So it was the same day I was doing that, Jerry Lewis had passed away.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it was cool to talk to you because we both had the same thing with Martin and Lewis. I mean, my favorite movie, Sailor Beware, and The Caddy was awesome, and That's My Boy. Those are all classic movies. Those are all great.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, I think I was telling you I went and got the bellhop and was just watching it just for education purposes, just to watch it and learn.
That's the one you and I were talking about that at the beginning of the movie. It's one of the producers or whatever comes on and he goes, there's no script to this. It was just a crazy thing. We just started rolling the cameras and it's just being funny.
Yeah.
And he started spinning around in the chair and he's like, woo! And it was just Jerry Lewis going nuts. Yeah.
Nick and I were just talking about that before the call, that we both love a lot, just to be able to just improvise a lot.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, Nick lets us do that because Rod, you and I have gotten away with quite a lot there. I think that Nick's probably like going, "Where the hell's Rod think he's saying that? Why is Joel answering like that? What are you guys doing to my movie?"
Yeah, Nick's probably like freaking out, like, "What are they doing?"
Well, that brought you up to a Mr. Engagement, and then it was pretty much you and Nick working on stuff together, right? Because then you went into Illusions. Is that right? Or am I too fast?
We went into, after that, I had films in development, but Nick came to me and said he had a comedy he wanted to do, and would I help him write it? He had the stories, but he was wanting to piece it together in an overall story that happened within 24 hours. Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, so we started working on that together, and we came up with Pawns. That's how Pawns came about.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Pawns. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then we were able to shoot in a real pawn shop.
Cool.
And we had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, that was a great film.
Oh, that's awesome. And then after that, what did you go into? Then was it Illusions?
Then we went into Illusions,
okay.
Which was written the following year.
Yep.
Just because we wanted to change it up. We said, well, let's do something else.
Cool.
And so we wanted to do a thriller. Illusions is really a thriller horror.
Yeah.
And then after that, it took about another year, I think, and then we went into King Charles. And then it's taken me about 2 years. And I was going to do another comedy, but Nick had this he wanted to do. And I thought it was a really great idea, original idea that there's not a lot of films out there. There's a lot of sci-fi TV shows out there right now, but not a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And he had a really great story that I haven't seen anywhere. So that's how we got into The Connection.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Because that when I first heard about it, and then I think it was the same for you, Rod. When we actually sat down and had that script read, then it started to come to life. And then forget that, get on set and start to see how it's all unfolding. I really think this is going to be a pretty cool movie.
Yeah. Yeah, we're really happy with the footage. We've been watching some of the clips that have already been shot, scenes that have already been shot. And it looks
awesome.
We're watching it. We're still watching the raw footage. It hasn't been color graded yet, but it looks absolutely amazing.
Except my parts are really bad, huh? We're going to shoot all my stuff over with Sly Stallone?
No, you're doing great. I'm really specific with what I want, especially with this film. It's unique, it's different, and we're really proud of it so far. I watched the dailies, and I work with the editor. Big shout out to her. She's amazing. She puts up with me coming over there weekly after the dailies and put the scenes together and the special effects, and just everything's coming out far better than I even imagined it could, making independent, small budget films. And it's just, I really think we've got something particularly special for this area on our hands. And I think everybody in it's going to be very proud of it when it's done. Awesome.
And that's Mariah, right?
Mariah, yeah. And she rocks. Big shout out to her. I love her to death. She's killing it.
Yeah, give it up for Mariah because she's on set. So she's like kind of all of us are like this. We edit in our heads. And I see Mariah watching the screen as we're shooting this stuff, and I know inside her head is going, yeah, that's going to cut together to there. That's going to cut together to there. Oh, that'll be the insert, and I'll bring this in. That'll be a pull out. That'll be a zoom. She's doing that in her head already. So, and she's it's great to see her work.
Yeah, and I think you know this, but maybe your audience doesn't. I'm really protective of my film sets and the people I work with. And normally, if I don't know you, or if you're auditioning for my film, I put you through 2 or 3 auditions. And then normally, if I want to cast you, I get a couple people together and we go out to dinner and kind of hang out and kind of get a feel for you, because I'm super protective of my sets. I want to make sure everybody has a good time and we're all on the same bus, going in the same artistic direction, and everybody gets it. And I think that's a reason why everybody kind of it enjoys their times on Rod and I sets, and I don't know. I hope you agree with that. I think everything's great. And Mariah was pivotal in that, and she came out and she's all about it. And I like my editors on set. I like them to see what I'm seeing. I like them to work with me. I like them to know, get my back and make sure the lighting's right and make sure that she understands where we're going with it. And she's just 100% in it. And just the kind of people I love working with. And that's super important to me. Now, it's always been, and going forward, it's just even going to get tighter.
And I tell you what, Mariah, we love you. You're awesome. But the whole crew, I mean, the guy that runs and gets my Gatorade, and the guy that brings my gun and my microphone and my radio unit. And last week the belt buckle broke off, and one guy's like, "I'll operate on your belt buckle, Joel." He's doing all kinds of stuff. Boom, there it is. It works now. And so everybody does a role there. That's what's so important, that everybody's working. I never see anybody sitting around on your set over there with a yo-yo or something. They're always, they got there's a boom mic, and one guy's got the lighting, and one guy's running to get this, and so it's awesome.
Because
professional.
As much as I am with the actors, we're the same way with the crew, Joe. I mean, a lot of those guys have worked with us on multiple films, or when they come out, we do interviews, and we take them out, we get to know them, and we want to make sure they're going to really be into the movie and they're not just there for a job, because I don't really want to work with people that just want the paycheck. I want people that would do it for free because they love making movies, because that's how I am, and I think you should be able to match that. Like, I would do this for free every day for the rest of my life just because I love being on movie sets, and I want to work with artistic people. That, the money's great and we got to make a living, and I get all that, but I want to work with people who want to be on film sets no matter what, and that's super important to me.
Yeah, I've always wanted to make something on a movie, but it was different when I worked for Crystal Water for 20 years in 2008. I just told my boss, I said, "Man, I've been praying about this, and the Lord told me I can go. So you have my 2-week notice." And he's like, "Oh, you're my best guy. You can't leave me." And I go, "No." I said, "You won't." I got a month off coming. You won't give it to me. I got to shoot in Indiana and I got to shoot in Iowa. They're back to back, and you won't let me off. So unless you want to change your mind and give it to me, I'm leaving." And he goes, "It's been nice working with you." And I go, "You too. See ya." I mean, I'll still be here for the next 2 weeks. But the difference is somebody working now and can take on a movie project and go, "Hey, I don't need anything. I'm fine. I want to do it for the heart." That's cool, because that's me all over the place too. But when you turn away and you have no money coming in and your income as an actor, that's when you kind of got to say, "Okay, I'm in it to make a paycheck." But there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like you're there being, "I'm just here for the money. I don't give a crap about anything." I'm still giving you the best performance I can. And when you're like, "Joel, I need you to do that again," I'm like, "No, screw you. I'm only doing it once." Like, I can't remember if it was Brando or he goes, "You got one." He got off the helicopter, went up, did his scene, got back on the helicopter, and flew off. He goes, "You get one take only." I sit there and you'll be like, "Joel, no, I need you to do it this way, man. You're getting too mad. You got to be a little more lighthearted." And I'll stand there and do it and do it and do it. I don't care how long it takes, because I want to make you happy as an actor.
Yeah, you guys kill it. And let me clarify, I don't mean anybody's working for free or anything. What I mean is I want people that genuinely don't just want to have a job.
Paycheck,
they genuinely want to make a movie. Because there's such a difference. And I've worked with both sides. I've worked on sets where the guys are just there to collect a paycheck, and they're doing as little work as possible, and they're not in it. I want people that are like, "Man, I want this movie to be amazing," because everybody, the film, you're all in the same bus going somewhere, and that film represents everyone, from the lighting guy to the boom guy to the PAs. That's your film. That's not my film. That's all of our film. And when we sit in the theater and we watch it with our family and friends and everybody that buys the ticket to come out and watch it, that's your representation of you and the work you put in. And I want you to be proud of it. And I don't want you just to get a check and be like, "I made a movie." I want you to watch that movie and be like, "Man, I made this. I am part of this." And that's what I look for. That's
what makes it there. It's like not just it's everybody's heart is going into every little thing what they're doing. Tell us, Nick, tell me about just tell us about tell our 2 listeners.
We have 5, by the way.
Oh, 5. We're doing good. Yeah.
We're up to 7 now.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Hey, you got to start somewhere, right? Well, tell everybody a little bit about The Connection, what it's about. Tell us all about that, Nick. Nick and Rod.
Sure.
You guys
Sure,
punch
sure.
each other. Rod, if you want to say something, you got my permission. Punch Nick in the face as hard as you possibly can, and then just start talking. Who cares if he gets hurt?
Okay, he'll do that.
I'll punch him.
Okay, so
Attaboy.
no, great question. So The Connection is a supernatural thriller, kind of like a sci-fi thriller about two people alone on a road that just happen by happenstance to bump into them, and they have a supernatural event happen to them that connects them on a fundamental level. And what that means is they feel each other's emotions. They constantly want to be close to each other. The further they are away from each other, the worse they feel, so on and so forth. So this thing kind of binds them together in the universe, and it starts to give them it starts to change them a little and give them, for lack of a better word, powers, telekinesis kind of thing. And it's about their journey of trying to figure that out as well as being stuck together. So the best way that I like to explain it when I was pitching it to the investors and actors and things, imagine you woke up this morning, you're in love with your wife, everything's great, you go to work, something happens to you, and now you know you still love her, but you want nothing to do with her, and you want to be with this person that you've never met before, you have no idea, and something's drawing you to them, even though, you don't know them, and you know you love this other person. It's a hard thing to deal with when you think about it like that. And it really affects these two people, and to see this journey of them trying to get back to their lives, even though they now can't, and see that process is very interesting.
See, and that's what's cool about it. It's pretty much, there's not really, and I don't like to make it sound like, oh, this is an independent movie. No, but we did that or Tim did it. My partner, Tim Ritter, did that with Killing Spree. Killing Spree is going to be the greatest horror movie ever made, even better than Evil Dead. But you do have something that's pretty original. It is not a lot. I think Rod kind of said it about television, but movie-wise, and I throw it around loosely when I say, well, it's kind of like Marvel's The Gifted. Not really, but kind of in the way that the group in The Gifted don't wear costumes. They all have different powers. Our people in The Connection have powers. So I loosely say that. It's not really connected like that to The Gifted, but The Gifted, they have powers. They use their powers, and in The Connection, we kind of got that. So I think it's cool as a sci-fi too, and it's down to earth. It's not. I can say Gifted, but not like where Gifted is exploding things and blowing things up, and people might fly or jump really high or something like that. We're grounded, and it's just like this extra thing that these people may have. I guess, is that saying it right?
Yeah, no, exactly. And when I was writing it, you want to make the film interesting, and I wanted it to affect them in a way that gave them some kind of abilities that grow over the course of the film. But I also wanted to keep it grounded in reality. So as I was writing it and telling the story, I went, okay, what's the realest way in this real universe, based in reality, if someone had slight telekinesis powers, how would you use that and how it would affect the people around you? I think the biggest thing is, one, first, nobody would believe you could do it, right? So that affects them because they don't think anybody's going to believe them because they don't really believe themselves. And then two, you really couldn't stop them, right? I mean, it's the whole, what would a normal person do against somebody with superpowers? Well, you'd lose. That's what you do. And that's what kind of happens throughout the movie, right? I mean, they use your powers on you, and there's not, there's really nothing you can do about it. And that plays out in the movie, and I'll be interested in seeing how the audience takes that, because we don't overly use it as well.
Right.
But I like to use it strategically to make the story interesting, just to add another layer to it. But the real heart of it isn't the powers. It's them now being thrust into this world where they have to be together forever, and they don't necessarily want to be because they have their own lives that now they have to get rid of, because not being together hurts them. So it's really a story about love and connection and how that would affect real people with some, superpowers tossed in to make it kind of cool.
Yeah. See, and that's what's neat about it. And you've kind of, if this is okay to say, left it open for a sequel. I mean, anything can be left open for a sequel, but when you actually gear it to be left open to a sequel, it's like Jaws wasn't made to have a sequel. Jaws is just Jaws, but the sequels came. Yours, you kind of left it open to say, hey, now I can move right into. It's like I was telling you, I said, at the end, Rod and our characters will be like, what happened? I don't know.
Don't give the ending away.
I can't give the ending away. No, I was talking about Underdog. Remember that episode of Underdog when Sweet Polly Purebred said, oh, Underdog, come save me? That's what I was referencing.
Okay.
Not that this has anything to do with Underdog. But you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to watch you sometimes, Bill. You can go off on a tangent and give my ending away. Don't do that.
I know it. No, nobody knows that Godzilla's coming into this. Oh man, I just said Godzilla.
And we'll share this on the show. Me and Rod have been talking about this, and and you know already, I kind of have a part 2 written to this, but I'm actually depending on how well the film does and how it's received by the audience. I have multiple films I would like to do within the universe, within a very this realistic-based universe. I have multiple storylines I would like to do it in. I think the audience will like it in a way that we could probably make 2 or 3 of them, and they would still be viable and interesting, and people would like the journey of that story. And not even with the same characters, just the same kind of happenings within the same universe and have them interconnected. So we do have a little bit of that planned, depending on how the audience takes the first film.
And we were just talking about that with Steve Balowitz when he was on here. We were just talking about, that's the thing too. You guys got King Charles. He has King James. So I go, man, I hope I don't call their movie and their movie their movie. But they were doing that thing where I referenced Marvel, universe, how they cross, or Spider-Man and Superman, how they cross worlds. But they did the same thing. And Tim and I have always done that with our movies, and then I had The Bite and my television show, The Other Side, crossover with my movie, The Bite. So I like all that crossover stuff, and you're doing that. Yeah, so that's, to me, that's kind of cool. I mean, that just adds a little extra something to what you're doing.
Yeah, and it's interesting you say that, because I know I've shared this with Rod before, but when I first wrote Pawns, I always said I want every movie I make to either be semi-set in the same universe or have something in it from the other ones to kind of connect them all in some kind of weird string. Yeah. And that's always been my plan when I design and I write my own films. So when you watch anything I've written, if you've got a keen eye and you've seen my movies, you'll see something in there from a previous film or something that interconnects them. Now, you might have to be a real fan to pick that up, but they're in there.
But that's what's cool, because those are the diehard people that are watching your stuff, and they'll know. They'll be like, oh, that's, and with someone else sitting next to them might be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But you're like, oh, no, that's cool because that was in the other movie or something like that.
Yeah, and those are the guys I love and I spend the extra time talking to, because they really support you,
Yeah. We had one movie come out one time. I can't remember if it was. I know the part I had like 11 references to other Twisted Illusions movies, which is the most I think I put into something. But one, I can't remember if it was. I think it was Creep. When Creep came out, Tim said people were writing about it and they're going, they did this because the exploration of this, and they did that because. And Tim and I are going, what the hell are they talking about? We had no idea what they're talking about, but they created their own little universe about why we said things in the movie and what it was written about. It was like, oh, they did this because of this, and they did that because we're like, no, we didn't. But if that's what they want to think, that's fine.
That's great. That's great.
Well, Rod, how are you feeling, Rod, about everything right now with the connection? We're working hard on it. We're gonna get together Sunday. Can I say we're getting together Sunday, Nick? Are you gonna beat me over the head?
No, you can say that, but you can't divulge the location.
Oh yeah, fine. Okay. Now, and I will say this without saying anything. We'll just forget I said that and everything. You did have a promo on Bay News 9. I think it was yesterday morning from 5 to 10. It played all morning. I thought that was awesome.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of publicity. We've been cool. The community around here. We support them, and they really support us.
Now, can you tell us about that? Because I'm gonna stay hush on all that. You tell me how that came up.
I'll let Rod take over. He's the producer. He can answer that question. Go ahead. You can answer it. No, go ahead. Oh, geez, you're giving me permission. No, they they got a hold of our press release, and we've worked with the Morning Blend and TBT and stuff like that before. And Bay News 9 reached out to us, and they were very interested in doing a story. And Marv's Meat Market out there, they are fantastic people and super supportive of the neighborhood, and we're super supportive of the neighborhood. And they were like, we'd love to work with you, and we'd love to work with them and use their location. And they were gracious enough to let us come out. And Bay News 9 wanted to get a story about, the film industry and helping the community and how Marv's is doing, because they're really big at that. So yeah, we love those guys and we love Bay News 9, and they treat us really well, and we were very, very grateful and happy that they, thought we were worthy of a spot.
When I first got there and met Rudy, he was so cordial. I was like, I said, is there a Rudy in here? And he's like, yeah, that's me. And just super nice. I mean, everybody there, just all the employees, Rudy.
That's a great crew, yeah.
Yeah, just awesome. So they were just cool people to be able to walk in and be able to use that location and just cool. But yeah, so Rod, how do you think, in looking at it from Rod's view, how are you feeling about, the connection and everything, and how everything's going.
I like the story. You know, like you were saying earlier, we were when at the table read is when I really got sucked into the story, into the mystery of it, and that was good. So, and I like the way it's going so far. We've had every film has its own obstacles and its own barriers, and you just have to just push through those and keep going. So we've had, our own set of different barriers on this film that we've never really had on other films before, which is kind of weird. But we're just pushing through, and so yeah, we're about, I think, a quarter of the way in or halfway in shooting. So
cool.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think the cast are doing a great job, and the crew is. We both, Nicholas and I, really want to give a shout out to the cast and crew. They're doing great, doing a great job.
Yeah, I was gonna say just to wrap that up. Let everybody know. Let the cast and crew know if they're listening how they're doing. And yeah, is there any last minute things you guys want to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, I definitely want to say a big shout out to Red and Zach, our DP and our AC. They are, man, just fantastic artists and just so good at what they do. They make my job easy. And I got to give a big shout out to Laura Stedman, who is the female lead in this. She is, man, I love her to death. Been friends with her for a long time. Just one of the most talented actresses I've ever had the pleasure of working with. She's killing it, Joel. Just killing it.
Awesome.
If anybody out there needs an actress, you can't say no to her because she is just the best. I love her to death. So, but all the cast and crew has done great. Joel, you're killing it, and I don't just say that because you're on my show. I think you're on your show. I think you know me well enough to know that I would definitely be honest with you. You're doing a fantastic job, just as good as I needed you and wanted you to, and I knew you would. And everybody else has just been so good. So yeah, I'm super happy with it. I think we got something really, really cool we're all going to be proud of, and I'm just so psyched to get this out there and let people see it and hear the reactions, and hopefully they're positive.
Oh, thanks, guys. And Rod, any last minute thoughts from Rod Grant?
Yeah, no, I agree with Nick. I just want to give a big shout out to the cast and crew. We're really happy about working with everyone and excited about working on the film and looking forward to the premiere.
Oh, that's awesome, guys. Well, we're going to go, but I wanted to tell you thank you so much, Nick, for taking the time. Sorry we got you on here a little late, but you and Rod, this has been awesome, and it's been awesome working for you. I'm going to be there Sunday at Disney World, meeting you at we have to blow that monorail up and bring in Steven Seagal for the day. I'm going to grab him by his little ponytail. I'm going to slap him around a little bit. And Chuck Norris is going to back me up. So, but guys, thanks for coming on and talking about the connection and everything.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. We love you, man. Thanks so much.
I love you guys too, man. Thank you so much for everything, and I'll see you guys very soon.
Yes, sir. Talk to you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Nick and Rod, take care, guys. All right, that was Nick Naylor and Rod Grant here on the Joel Wynkoop Show. Yeah, we went a little late, but we can make those rules as we go, can't we, Bull?
Absolutely, my friend.
If people don't like it, we don't care, do we?
That's right.
That's right. Bull's going to say a couple words now.
Right now?
Yeah, say something.
All right.
Yeah.
What am I going to say? I mean,
well, I taught you how to speak. I wanted to see if
is that what you did? You taught me how to speak?
Well, yeah. You remember in the back there.
Oh, okay. Joel Wynkoop Show, only on Bull's Radio Lounge. Just go to youtube.com, search Bull Radio's Lounge. Coming up. What you got coming up next?
Well, for the show?
Yeah, for the show.
We're probably going to have William Griffey on. Do you know who William Griffey is?
I know who William Griffey is.
You do know William
yes,
Griffey because we shot some stuff for his
You're going to have him on the phone, too?
We're going to have him on the phone. Yes, we're going to get...
third guest?
That'll be because... And it'll be our third guest, yes.
Wow.
Because we had Nick and Rod, if you want to count those as two guests, and if you want to kick Steve and Mike as one guest.
5 guests total.
2 guests, so it'd be 5. But William Griffey did Stanley, and it came from the Swamp, and Curse of the Black Tartu. Or I think it's Curse of Tartu. I always add the I don't know why. I guess because he's a monster or something.
Yeah.
Curse of Tartu. And Stanley and Impulse with William Shatner. Beam me up, Scotty. In fact, when we did the short movie Thumbs, he kept calling me Shatner all day. I thought it was great.
Oh, really? Nice.
So any magnificent words from my producer, the Bull?
What, are you ending the show now?
Well,
is that what you want to do?
Yeah, it's like 10-ish.
Why don't we take a break? I wanted to properly.
Okay, we can do that. I'll take a break.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to end the show for our last segment, the Joe Wynkoop Show. Back in a minute.
We'll be back.
Testing.
What's that, you nasty?
It was me.
Y'all bitches, y'all don't know about that. You don't know about that. Play into the sound, your thoughts in plain view.
I take it back.
I know you can play that shit, but it ain't that fucking serious. But I'm saying on the fucking 4th grade in NBA Jam is, you know what NBA Jam was a shit. You played in arcades. The shit.
You had it in the house,
yeah. It was constantly. I'm on fucking fire all goddamn day in this bitch.
Dude, we would skip school, man.
For Nicole's sake, she was in Like Animators, so she's done a lot of stuff too. And these are people like I like to to say something out to that they've worked really hard. They know their craft and they do a good job. And I like to be able to.
Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood, have a flight to Miami Beach or Hollywood.
Bulls Radio Lounge. Only on YouTube.com. Just search that name, Bulls Radio Lounge. You see it all the time with the graphics. You see the graphic up right now as we are listening to Billy Joel's New York State of Mind. Kind of soothing after 2 hours and 12 minutes of non-stop Joel Wynkoop. So anyways, just go to youtube.com, search Bull and not Bull the Bartender, but Bull's Radio Lounge, and you'll find Bull and the Bartender Show on Tuesday nights. You'll find the Joel Wynkoop Show on Friday nights. Plus, you'll find a very conceptual show as Joel sings Billy Joel. I think I'm going to call it the Bullshitters. What do you think? Bullshitters? Yeah. You like that?
Yeah.
All right. They were going to call it the Bullshitters.
The rhythm and blues.
Also, I need to thank Matt. He has his own band called I Need an Adult. You heard that from the last segment. He got this show up and running. Also, too, Joel, I don't know if you knew this,
New York Times.
but you can support the stream as well.
Oh, good.
So if you go down to where the bottom of the stream is, right, and you just look up Bulls Radio Lounge on YouTube.com, right, and you look down there where the little comment sections are and stuff like that, right, you can see where it has a link down there. And once you click that link, you can donate to the show.
Wow.
That way you can start, getting better equipment,
Oh, that's good.
better, just all around better stuff. And on top of that, you could sell T-shirts, like merch.
Cool.
So if you would like your stand up for me, and I'll put you live on the cameras. Now, a little bit more. You got to stand up. Stand up. This is live.
We too live?
No, come on, stand up. There you go, right there. Now bend down a little bit. Right there. If you see that shirt, the Joel Wynkoop shirt, with his many faces on there, and I've known this guy for years, right? You'll be able to get that shirt and buy the shirt.
Give the part to Wynkoop. He can play anyone. But I didn't get to sing my Billy Joel song.
Sorry. Maybe next time.
It's very hard for me to sit here and listen to you when I'm hearing
I know.
New York State of
I'm
Mind
sorry.
without signing it.
That is
singing
true.
it.
It's a
Sorry.
very sexual song.
I wouldn't say sexual.
Well, it kind of gets
I'd
you.
just say New York.
Kind of gets you very, where you need to be.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. I mean, listen to it.
I know.
The voice of Billy Joel, which he's still performing.
Get a touch of the rhythm and blues.
Singing.
I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily News.
There you go.
I think I did it wrong, though. I think I did it
You're
wrong.
on top of it.
But that
buddy.
was the first part that
Yeah.
we talked over.
But you got it, buddy. You're on top of it.
To reality.
Also, don't forget that you can also chat into the text line. And what happens is when you like, you've been seeing messages all throughout the show that I've been posting on there, and you see up there in the top screen where it has our viewership on there. But also, it'll come up on the left-hand side of the screen as I test it out here, and you'll see it when you donate or support the show. Your name will pop up live on there as well, and as you subscribe, it'll pop up there as well.
Taking a Greyhound.
So we've grown from leaps and bounds, my friend. I do remember when we first did the Bull and the Bartender show, right? And we were actually on Mark's little cocktail table.
Yeah.
And just doing the show from there.
Ah.
Like it was on a couch, and we were just sort of making it up as we go.
Well, that's what I do.
Yeah, that's pretty much how you do it.
I never had a script for any of my movies. I just step in
That
and
is
go, I'm
true.
here,
Why
and I'm
is
gonna
that?
start
Why do
saying
you
shit.
not have like a script or?
Just do what I want. See that Uh-oh show?
Because yeah,
I just told Herschel Gordon Lewis, I go, Herschel, I'm not doing this script. I'm just going to do what I want.
Well, the
And
other
he said,
guy
okay.
that was here, the Tim Ritter guy, right?
Yeah.
He had a whole script and everything.
Wait, who?
Is it Tim
For what?
Ritter?
Tim Ritter's my partner. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that came over here and was filming, and we did the
Oh,
bar
that
scene.
was Scott Tepperman.
Oh, that's not him? The
Yeah,
same guy?
Scott Tepperman. I got to think of this now. I think Tim wrote the script, The Truth or Dare 5,
Right.
but I think Scott wrote it with Tim, so it was a collaboration between Scott and Tim. Scott was also one of the Ghost Hunters International television show.
Right.
He's doing another movie now called...
Yeah, think about it.
It's not rock music. Oh, he's going to kill me. I can't remember now.
Don't hurt yourself, buddy.
What is
Come on.
Devil Music.
Devil Music?
I punched the microphone. Sorry, microphone. Yes, it's called Devil Music. It's by Scott Tepperman and Jim O'Rear. I don't know if they both wrote it or co-wrote it, but that's their newest movie. But yeah, he did Truth or Dare 5. Tim and Scott co-wrote, I believe, and co-directed that, and I returned in it as a character I played for years and years, Dan Hess.
Mhm.
So, but that is your Scott Tepperman update.
Scott Tepperman update.
Yep.
Fantastic
from
guy.
Ghost Hunters International.
So,
But Tim wasn't here when we shot it. But we had
so going back to my original question,
to
why
the original,
don't you write a script?
I've written plenty of scripts.
Okay.
I was kidding when I said.
So you don't write a script.
I was trying to be like you're on your bullshitter show.
Well, we haven't done the bullshitter show.
But you should have it and then have come in and then you have 3 people line up. Dun,
Uh-huh.
dun, 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 dun. Isn't that like Truth or Consequences? Dun, 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 dun. And then you try and figure out which one's the bullshitter. How about that?
Oh, okay.
Is that
I
a
see
good
where
idea?
you're going with- yeah.
Want
It's
some
not
money
bad
for that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. I don't know about that.
Like that's gonna happen.
We're trying to make money on this show.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know. So donate to the show, donate to all the shows, donate to the channel, and like I said, we'll a lot more giving away, a lot more prizes.
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah, we could do anything.
I could do what we're
with this whole new system that Matt set up for me, right? I can
Yeah.
do a prize wheel.
We could, so we'll save it for now because I could give like a copy of Lost Faith away.
You could,
but do we want to do that now or should we wait in the
We'll
future?
do it. We'll do it next
because it's
week.
late.
Yeah, it's a little
if
bit
we
later.
say call in, we should ask that. Is anybody watching right now that would like to call in? Not
Well,
call
but
in or
text
to
into
text
the YouTube chat line.
Yeah,
right?
if they text in, we're going to ask you a question, and then if you text the right answer, I'm going to send you a copy of Lost Faith.
We'll only have 2 viewers.
I'll even pay. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, then that's one. People might get it.
Okay, well,
See, at least you're honest. I've worked on shows before where the guy's going, I got 8,000 people.
Well, you
listening."
can see it on
and I'm
there.
looking at the screen and I'm going, dude, there's 2, and the guy's like kicking me. Shut up, man! You're making me look bad. I don't believe in pulling the truth. Just tell the truth.
Well, you got 2 viewers.
We have 2 viewers.
You had 7 at one point.
Oh, we lost them.
Yeah, we lost
They were only
them.
here for Nick.
Were they?
Nick and Rod are awesome,
Oh.
and that's what they were here for. And Mike and Steve.
Okay.
They don't give a crap about me.
They don't care about you.
Is
You're on
anybody
the show.
asking anything?
Nobody's
Doesn't
asking
anyone want a
anything.
free copy of Lost
no.
Faith? See, nobody cares.
No.
Nobody cares. Well, screw you then. Nah, I'm just kidding.
No,
Mom,
they don't.
I'm
They don't.
sorry,
They
Mom.
don't want a free copy of anything.
I know. That's
When you even
okay.
put in the word "free," they don't want it.
I know. It's too
I don't
difficult.
understand that.
It's too difficult.
I mean, for shipping and handling, it doesn't cost you very much.
I'm going to
does
give.
it?
I'll have to pay the shipping.
I know. But
So
it doesn't
why don't
cost
they
you
say,
that much.
yeah, they're not even paying anything?
I've
They-
got it.
You know what? They don't want to walk to their mailbox.
Oh, is that what it
That's-
is?
It's difficult.
That's true.
Do you walk
Everything's
to your
digital.
mailbox?
No, I have it hand delivered.
I make my wife go to the mailbox.
No, just the mailman comes up to me and just
Oh, he
presents
brings it to you?
He presents it to me in a very nice manner.
Mr. Bull, this is your
Yeah.
mail for the day.
That's it. I'm the man.
It's good to be the bull.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's good to be me.
Yeah.
All right, Joel Wynkoop Show. Anything else to wrap it up?
Nah, man, I'm going to go get something to eat. Something to eat and talk about Marvel superheroes.
Marvel superhero. That's what you
Yeah.
do for dinner? You talk about Marvel superheroes?
We go eat grilled cheese and talk about why Iron Man died.
That's your
spoiler!
That's your conversation.
Spoiler! You know what another spoiler is?
What's that?
Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's dad.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's the biggest spoiler you have.
Pissing people off, aren't I?
Joel Wynkoop Show.
We went long.
It's all right. Bulls Radio Lounge, only on YouTube.com. And also, too, there's going to be T-shirts for the Bull and the Bartender Show as well. You purchase. And for the Joel Wynkoop Show as well. Once he gets me an image of that, which will be like 2 months from now.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any work.
That's true. I have to do all the work.
I was promised that I wouldn't have to do anything.
Well, you have to
Sit
still have to
here
prep.
and talk.
That's part of
I hate
doing
prepping.
it.
Prepping is like prepping.
Prepping is like prepping.
Yeah, it's like those preppies.
Uh-huh. All
Are
right.
preppies like millennials?
What?
preppies like millennials?
I don't know about millennials, but
not a preppy.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Joel Wynkoop Show. Thank you so much, my friend, for doing the show. I guess I'm your producer and
thank
co-host.
you, Mr. Bull.
Bull. Anybody else you like to thank?
And Bull was in Dead End.
Was I?
Yeah, you were Dr. Corruption.
With the mask, right? And the knife?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's not get into the knife story. I get scared when I tell it.
Thank you to Kathy as well.
Yeah.
Does she have a show name?
I love you, baby.
No show name for Kathy?
Does she have a show name?
Yeah, you want to call
she's
her
on. No, when she's in movies, like she just got a new movie coming out. It is called Inheritance, and she when she's casted, and in the credits, it's M. Catherine Wynkoop.
Oh, okay. N. Catherine. There's a little spoiler on
M.
M. Catherine.
M for Mary, but M. Catherine Wynkoop, and that's in the credit rolls. Otherwise, like if she's on Facebook, it's Kathy Wynkoop. But it's just like anybody that puts up. If I put my credits in a movie, are always Joel D. Wynkoop.
Oh, okay. That's even years.
Because there's other people that just make up. Johnny Depp didn't put it in Nightmare on Elm Street. He used like Billy Smith or something. Cause
that's her show name.
He didn't want to be associated with it.
Yeah,
No, he didn't want to be associated
really?
with it.
Okay.
Yeah, after that, everything Johnny Depp was Johnny Depp. But
okay.
in Nightmare on Elm Street, he goes, no, because I don't want anybody to see me in this. This is stupid.
Which made
it became a
yeah,
exactly.
Thank you for Chewy Rocks for chiming in as well.
Oh, thank you.
Let's
Chewy.
Let's shut this thing down because we've been on for 30 minutes past.
Yeah, I know. I'm tired. I gotta go home and go to bed.
All right, Joel Wynkoop Show every Friday night from 8 to 10, tentatively.
Yeah.
Depending if we want to go long or not. We'll make it up.
Yeah. We'll try and be regular time, guys.
That's all right. You got a lot to do.
I wanted to give Nick and Rod good time.
You did.
To talk about the connection. And Steve and Mike, too.
You gave him a lot.
I think I did. It wasn't like, okay, we can only spend 6 minutes with you guys.
40 minutes from
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was
That's
awesome.
great.
I'll pat myself on the back.
All right, Joel Wynkoop Show. Thank you so much, my friend, for hosting the show.
Thank you, Bull, for
It's
being
all
here
about
with
you.
me and trading insults with me. It's always fun to...
It's always to chime in.
Yeah.
Bulls Radio Lounge, youtube.com. Just search it, and you'll find us. Next Friday, the Joel Wynkoop Show will be back again.
Yes.
We'll see you then. And don't forget, Tuesday night is the Bull and the Bartender Show as well.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
One of your other shows?
That's yet to be determined.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see you guys then. Tuesday night.
Thank you, everybody, for listening.
All right. We'll see you.
Goodbye.